All right, testing 1, 2, 3, 4. If you're on replay, we're just getting started. I need 10 minutes to get my ducks in a row. I'm all out of sorts here, but don't worry. Sometimes it's fun. Sometimes this part is as fun as any other part of the show. Okay, so that's going. I have my chat open on the phone. Ready to play a little Motions and Demotions with Sarah Boone. I see as I open up my phone that Summa Cum Loudmouth is scheduled for 2:45 p.m. Pacific Time through 5:45 p.m. Eastern for her Thursday show. Schedule that in with your notifications if you're a fan of Summa Cum Loudmouth, or if you're not, check it out. Put it in there and find out. Right, well, that's 45 seconds down. I've got this new sock for my boom mic. I think that's improving things. Had some positive comments from it. The morning show. Camera just so. Go through our cameras now, actually. Let's the studio mode. Go. Live switch. There is our board game screen. It's a little tight, it's a little cramped. It's just a prototype. I'm working on a larger board, but that is the board for us to test the game mechanics. This is the watch either highbrow or lowbrow footage. This is if I need to come to me for, hey, look at me. This is actually my stream. I'm not just a little box in the corner. Sometimes I'm full screen. Not often, though. I like to be in the box in the corner. I feel more comfortable here. Regardless, nonetheless, still a few minutes away. We've got a few people who've shown up. Go back into studio mode there. I've got both my windows open. This looks like it's going to work. Yep, that's working. Okay, you guys can... Okay, good. I like the way that's working. Yeah, what we're going to do is play a little bit of Sarah Boone's Motions and Demotions, and then we'll slide into a little footage. I'm going to keep it short because I went way long this morning. My God, I've got to dial it in a little bit. There goes my camera. Ah. Okay, so that's not the most stable of spots. Good to know. Okay, that's what we'll have to live with. That's fine. It's not the worst case scenario. 7 minutes left. I've got my script. Where's my script? The script is up here. Camera's there. We could do something better with that. Maybe if I tuck a little fabric bag in this phone. Really Mickey Mouse my setup here, but necessity is the mother of invention, and if you spend money every time you need to solve a problem, you're going to make the people who sell supplies to YouTube creators rich, and you're going to go broke trying to create. So I try and save money wherever possible. Here I'm using some dishes as a camera rig. Sometimes I try and figure this out beforehand, but can't always be super professional. Is that going to work? Try that as a watch screen camera. And that still gives you a solid view of things. We roll the dice. No, you can't really see the dice. Maybe if I turn the dice roller that way. That. Okay. Might have to trust me that that's 6 on the top and not the 4 that you can see. Maybe I can fix that a bit too. Okay, that's not the best. That's better. That's better. Let's see. Okay, that's a little bit more clear. I have to Mickey Mouse it because what looks like a 2 for being what that dice roll is, it's actually a 6. But I'm going to go off of what you can see rather than what I can see, and through the magic of television, we're going to get a game on here. We're only going to play for 30 minutes because I have a feeling, just like the Sarah Boone case, this game could go on for 4.5 years before you finally hit Lwop. So I am going to limit the play time of our test to 30 minutes. And then that gives us, I've got a 30 to 40 minute video that we can vote on, whether we want to see the lowbrow or highbrow video. I've got them both in the queue, so, you know, maybe if everyone behaves themselves, maybe we'll watch both. I'm not planning to watch both. But, you know, if I float up the damn stairs and feeling light on my feet, we'll watch both. For our Sarah tokens, I have a number of wine bottle caps that I've painted. Well, not a number. The number is 4. I guess that is a number. So, chat, you'll be able, you think about it now, yellow, red, green, or blue. Which Sarah token wine bottle cap is you? Which one do you want to support through this game? You can, anytime you want to cheer on your wine bottle cap, you can put a red heart, a yellow heart, green heart, or blue heart in the chat. And that will let people know which team you're rooting on to Lwop. And, you know, don't get it twisted. There is no option besides Lwop. There is a not guilty square, because not guilty is a concept that exists, but not for Sarah. No, for Sarah, I think the best she can do is delaying Lwop, but Lwop's happening. It is happening. Okay, let me go over my script a bit here, make sure that I've got everything I need. And there, let's get ready to ramble. It's Friday, June 5th. I'm your host, and it's a Friday night ramble. Tonight we do a 30-minute playtest of Sarah Boone Motions and Demotions, plus highbrow or lowbrow bonus content. Okay, I think I'm ready for that. I got my cadence set. Still haven't said hello to a single person in the chat. That's just me being all up in myself and not paying too much attention to my surroundings. My apologies. Big thank you to everyone who subscribed. I've got, I think, 8 or 9 subscribers today, so thank you to anyone who was in on the morning stream, had a good time, and decided to subscribe so they can be here for future events. There is my live. Volume is appropriately turned down. I might be trying to do too many things at once with my internet right now. Why am I getting a spinning wheel? Spinning wheel. Da, da, da. Da, 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 da. We have red, a yellow, a green, and blue. I will do up hearts to match the colors that are available. Red, yellow. Oops. Finicky about. You gotta get rid of the previous color. Red, yellow, blue, and green. Choices? Know that. All right. We'll all be starting off from the same square. Oh, I wonder, does the phone go dead? No. Okay, that's interesting. The screen is black, but it is showing a picture, so I don't need to stress out about it when it goes to black. No, that is knowledge you can use. That's one to grow on. Okay, so that will be our play screen. This will be our video screen. If we watch The Two Drunk Sisters, I'll be centralized. If we're watching The Appeal, I'll go to the corner, behave myself quietly like Baby and Dirty Dancing. But for the meantime, I'll stay in this corner just above myself and a duck. Kitty corner to the time remaining, which is 40 seconds, and catawampus to my game board. Addie, if you want purple, the blue is darkish. There's purple tones in it. The theme of the game is purple. We have a number of purple squares, and that's for domestic violence. But yeah, there is no purple. You can choose red or blue, whichever of those two components of purple you most associate with at the moment. I will add purple, though. We just have to drink more wine. We have to drink more wine to get more tokens. Oh, I'm running out of time. Okay, let's go full me for this, and let's see if I can do this. All right. Hey there, fine and dandies. Any dandelions out there? If you're ready, let me hear you roar. Let's get ready to ramble. It's Friday, June 5th. It's Friday, June 5th. I'm your host, Dan D, and it's the Friday Night Ramble. Tonight we do a 30-minute playtest of Boone Motions and Demotions, plus highbrow or lowbrow. Bonus content, you decide. All right, that's the high-energy opening. Let's move from that straight to our watch screen. Boom. Okay, we'll turn off the lights because that's distracting. Jesus. Like I got 15 children pointing laser pointers in my eye while I'm flying a helicopter. All right, that's done. We're in the playtest screen. All right, so the way this is going to work, it's a 64 square game. If you want to make your own version of Boone Chutes and Ladders, I can give the square instructions. And basically, if you have a chessboard at home, you can play your own version of this game. But we're testing it out now. I don't know that the squares are set up right. I think there might be, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it works. I have a feeling that this could be stretched out. This could be stretched out significantly. So what team are you representing? Red, yellow, green, or blue? Throw your hearts in the chat. Get to know your teammates. And we'll just roll to see who rolls first. So we'll just test the mechanics here. Aha, there is a problem. That's not a live feed. Phone goes dead, that turns into a use that. Let's see. Maybe if I leave this, let's see. I think maybe as long as this is on as an active source, it'll stay. But you can tell me if it freezes, we'll fix it. On. Okay, you guys are behind. All right, so red rolls a 6. Red has a chance of going first. Yellow rolls a 6. I don't think the dice are loaded. That's a 5 for green. This is definitely hot dice, and a 4 for blue. So it's a roll-off between red and yellow. Red does a 4. That's a 4 for red. 2 for yellow, 2, so red will be our first. They stay in the order that they're set up here on the board. Red is going to be our first contestant, moving towards the start square. You start from 1. All right. Have you identified your team? Have you picked your favorite pieces? The cat is here, but I have a secret weapon. If the cat gets too close, I have Temptations. Temptations, brought to you by Morgan & Morgan. Morgan is your legal team that advertises Temptations on feeds. So if you need a lawyer or you need some food to distract your cat, get some Temptations. Temptations brought to you by Morgan & Morgan. We're part of every true crime feed. All right. Here we go. First roll. Boone Motions and Demotions. Red. Misses the cup. Misses the cup. If you're in the chat, put a heart to represent who you're playing for. I see some blue hearts. I see some red hearts. I see a yellow heart from Addie. Got nobody supporting the green team? Nobody supporting green. Well, we'll see what happens. You guys can still pick a team as we go. We have a 4. The red team is starting off with a 1, 2, 3, 4. They land on an open square. Just missed flying monkey help by 1. We also have a 4 for the yellow team, so that's just a little hop aboard. Multiple teams can occupy the same spot. Yes, this is a live stream of a man rolling a single dice and narrating a board game. 5. 5 for green. 5 gets to go to Flying Monkey Help. Shoot right up to square 24. Green gets a little help from the Flying Monkeys and shoots up the board, up onto space 24 on roll number 1. That leaves blue team as the only team that hasn't rolled, coming off the starting square. It's a 5 for the blue team, also getting help from the Flying Monkeys. We have red and yellow stuck on square 5. We have blue and green on square 24. Vel 73, one of the dandelions, picks yellow. Yellow is a fine color for a dandelion, both dandelions and for lions. Think of Thunderheart. Thunderheart the Care Bear. He would make a fine dandelion, wouldn't he? Care for JC was green, but then decided blue. All right, well, green and blue both sitting at the top of the board after turn 1. Going to go right into turn 2. It's red's turn. Red rolls a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Free square. Yellow. Also a 6. There's a 1 from 20 or from the green team. So that moves on to square 26. I'm sorry, they were on 25 before. Oh no, they were on 24. If green gets a 1 from square 24, that means the BSS defense was allowed, and they get to shoot up to square 39. Green is navigating this well. First gets Flying Monkey help, then gets the battered spouse defense allowed. Blue, what can you do? A 1 will follow the green team. A 6, ooh, a 6 would be bad. A 6 will put you into civilian clothes are the same as your jail top. It is a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Civilian clothes, same as your jail top. Lose a row. Okay, so blue is down to 20. Green is up to 39. Yellow and red are sitting on where 27. No. Yes. No? Oh, it's getting sloppy. Getting sloppy. What just happened there? I don't think they were on 27. I think they were on 22. That's it. No. Hold on. What happened? This is no good. This is terrible. They were on 1 short. Oh, yeah. They weren't even close. They were down here on 11. Okay. Whew. Got myself sorted. Okay, so 6 from 11 brings them to 17. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 is a free square. 16 would have been more Flying Monkey help. Hold on, red was supposed to be first. I need an auditor for this game. Hey, LZB, welcome to the game. Anyone who wants to pick their side, all you have to do is type your colored heart in the chat. I need a bigger board. This is the prototype board. I'm happy with these pieces, so these are the final pieces. But yeah, the final board is going to be much bigger. Checkerboard size. So anyway, we've got a 1 going from the yellow team, but that means new lawyer. Yellow moves from square 12 all the way up to square 33. Okay, now we're spacing ourselves out a little bit on the board. Red is gone, yellow's gone. I believe green is next. Green's got herself a 4, moving from square 39, 40, 41, 42, 43. 10 doesn't need to be on the board. Oh, and we've lost our live video feed. Back. Okay, maybe if I actually go to video, it'll just stay open. Okay. Yeah, that's got potential. That's got potential. Are we having fun yet? The timer should be moving. That is a great notice. Okay. I know that I'm 20 minutes into the feed and I did 10 minutes of stalling, which means 10 minutes should come off the clock. Oh, You guys are straight A students. Thank you for noticing the stalled timer. We'll give it 20 more minutes. And there's a chance we could finish the game in less than, but thank you, Kitten Pusher. Yes, there are kinks to work out, and looks like this is a fairly kinky game. I am allowed to curse. Sometimes I curse just to say hello, so fuck you. I hope you're all having fun tonight. Everybody Wang Chung tonight. Blue was the final piece, which means red has moved up 1 from 17 to 18. Yellow, 4, moves from 36, 37, 38, 39. Also an open square, okay. Green gets a 4. Going from 43 to 47. Still safe. And a 3 for blue. Moving from 20 to 23. Safe spots. Okay. Everyone's still safe. Green is well ahead. Green is sitting on square 47. Just 17 squares away from not guilty. Timer running. The timer is running. We're racing the clock now. There's a 1. Yellow team takes a 1. James Owens arrives. Bop, ba-da-da. Yellow team moves. They're now 1 roll away from finishing the game. It gets pretty hairy at the top. There's no safe squares. Every one of those squares is a bit of a demotion. But if you can hit a 6, you can go straight to the Suitcase video shown. And the immediate result of that is Lwop, you lose. Okay, we'll set up our... How are we going to set up the counter so that you can see the top row? Didn't think of that. Didn't think of it. Okay, let's see. Go. That's a 1 on the reds. 19. 19 still free square. There is a 2. After red, it would be green gets a 2. Green moves from 47, passes the denied continuance, moves up into 49. Blue with the final turn gets a single. Blue moves from 23 to 24. Just churning their way up the bottom of the board. Okay, this is it. This is yellow's big chance. With a 6, they finish the game. Anything less than a 6, and it's anyone's game. It's a 6. It's a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Suitcase video is shown. Yellow, Lwop, you lose. Go to jail. Go directly to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Maybe collect $4,000 from Brian, but that's it. Yellow, if you picked yellow, you managed to lose the game in record time. You lost the game with 16 minutes still remaining. Congratulations. That's you're a faster loser than Sarah. We will continue with the remaining teams. We won't necessarily finish out the game now that we know how the game finishes, but that was successful. That kind of worked. I don't mind how that worked. All right, there's a 3. That will be a red 3. No, red. No, yellow, red. Red, yellow. Red went, yellow went. Now it's green's 3. Green moves to square 52. Still a free square. We've got a 1 for blue. Blue moves up to square 25. The battered spouse defense was accepted for blue. Blue moves up to square 39. With a single, they can get the James Owens arrives and put themselves in position to go straight to Lwop. Come on, blue. Yes, for losing first, Addie is me, you get the satisfaction of not wasting 4.5 years of the taxpayers' time. You efficiently went to jail. So congratulations, Team Yellow. You did not waste the taxpayers' time. Keep that going. We've got a 4 for red. 30, 31, 32, 30. 34. Just past Hurricane Milton. Got a 1 from green team, moving to 53. Got a 6 from the blue team. So from 39 up to 45. Oh no. Tanika reports on the tablet messages. Bum, 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 bum. Thanks to those Tanika reports, you're kicked back to square 18, blue. You know, Tanika's got those receipts. No sneaking past her. Blue, you're busted. Red, you move up a square. You're up into 35. Green, you've got 3. Oh, 3 moves you from 53 to 56. That's a tough spot to be in. Now you need a 1 or you're getting sent back down somewhere else. There's no way you can get to the 63. Good for Tanika. There is a 1. Oh no, but that's not your 1, green. That's blue's 1. Blue moves on to square 19. Red hits a 6 from square 35, moves up to square 41. That's just a free square. Okay, green, you need a 1 to stay alive. Anything over a 1 and you're demoted. You got a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The defense makes their closing argument. Go down. Defense closing argument did not help you out at all. All right, moving back to the blue team. Blue team has a 3. Moves from 19 to 22. The documentarians make an offer. Ba-ba-da-dum. Move up to square 37. You got an offer from a documentary team. Good for you. 3. We've got a 3 now for red. Red is moving up from square 41 to square 44. The overt act was accepted. Red, you've moved up to square 52. The overt act was accepted. There was 1 scintilla of evidence. Good for you, red. All right, red and green, both in the top row, trying to make their way out. If they don't make it out on this, I think we might call it a play test. I think a 20-minute play test is successful. That'll be the greens 4. Green is on square 51, so a 4 puts you on square 55. Now you need a 2 to get into position to end the game, green. Blue, you hit yourself a 3. That moves you from square 37 to James Owens arrives. Square 40, that's a big square. That gets you up to 57. Blue, you are 1 roll away from... Oh, and lost our video again. Blue, you are 1 roll away from rolling out. Green, you need a 2 to get to that square. And red, you need some good luck or some bad luck for your compatriots. Let's just get rid of the dice rolling box. Maybe that'll correct things a little bit, make things faster. That's a 3. Whose turn was it? Was it red's? Red got the overt act accepted, so that art, and sharing a square on square 55 with green. There is a 3 for green. Oh, bad luck, green. 1, 2, 3. Sarah testifies. Go down to square 41. Sarah's testimony did not help you, green. Blue, what can you do? 6 gets you out. It's a 2. You rejected the plea deal. Bum, 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 bum. That knocks you down to square 23. Bad choice. Bad choice. All right, we're back to red. Red's got a chance to finish the game. A 2 will get us on the closing square. There is a 2. Okay, red's in position. Red's going to have a last chance to get out of the game. Let's see what green can do from square 41 after that Sarah testimony. Put it in a hole. That is a 4 for green. So that moves green from square 41 all the way to 45. Green gets snagged by the tablet reports too. Tanika getting blue and green both with her tablet reports. Green, you're pretty much out of the game now. You're stuck in an Lwop loop. And it is a 3 to blue. So from 23 you move to 26. That doesn't matter at all in the big scheme of things. Okay, this is your last roll, red. If you don't hit a 6 here, it's game over regardless. It's a 1. Sarah testifies. You lose. Yellow is the only winner. Yellow is the one who did not waste the taxpayers' time. Red, green, and blue, you guys are all in the inevitable Lwop loop. You'll be cycling around for 4.5 years to come. Let's close that. That's my phone, so let's close that. And that was Motions and Demotions. You guys have a good time there? Motions and Demotions was pretty good. High energy, right? You know, didn't take a lot of time. I designed it so that people could get to the James Owens Arrive square, which moves you up to the game over squares. So not bad, not bad. I will. I'll do a square map for people who are interested in the game. And in the future, you can print off your own version of the game, print off cards, print off your own artwork for all I care. Take over your kids' games. Just repurpose their chessboard or whatever. They're probably not using it. All right. I forgot to ask. What do we want to do? Do we want to go highbrow? We want to go lowbrow. You can answer that without really investigating the options, or you can let me give a little pitch to both of them. Maybe we'll even give it the first 2 or 3 minutes of each video. Let's go to the channel scene here. Start off, this is the lowbrow option. This is a couple of sisters. Chelsea is the sister who's probably was going to get arrested, and just arrested on her own. But then her sister Haley jumps in and wants to opine on her knowledge of the law and you know, the finer points of law and custody. Just a bit up there, like it's earbuds out, headphones down kind of video, but let's watch a few seconds of it, maybe up to 90 of them.
On May 14th, 2026.
This channel is Bodycam USA. Doesn't have that many. It's got 90,000 subscribers, 20,000 views. I noticed this video on Josh Prime 2, who was doing a reaction to it, so I want to give credit to him as well. Bodycam USA is where you can find this video in full. I'm going to skip a little past his introduction. Get straight to Chelsea. That's Chelsea. Hi. Chelsea, did you have too much to drink?
You need to back away.
Why?
You need to back away because I'm
Sir,
telling you,
don't
that's why.
Yell at me, but why?
We've told you several times
I
you're going to be
already
arrested if you, so back up 25 feet.
Got you.
That's not 25 feet. That's not 25 feet.
Just crossing through, sir.
Go over there across the street. I'll talk to you in a moment.
Just walk with him.
Never mind, that was Haley. This is Chelsea.
No, because my flip flops. No.
Sit down. Sit down.
It's okay.
I'll go try to find her.
Her wallet?
So that's Chelsea that's whimpering and blubbering, and who you heard off camera. Why are you arresting her? That's Haley. She's the street side lawyer.
Trespassing what? No, trespassing what? Tell me, sir.
No, trespassing what?
Why you are arrested for trespassing? For what?
From Rick's. She told me 5 times. Yes.
They never told her to leave. They never told her to leave.
I'm not going to talk to you.
Sir,
Okay.
no, I'm telling you, she's never told her to leave.
This is not her purse.
Yes, it is my. This is her purse. No,
one?
but why? Sir, you cannot-
Stop. Stop. Stop.
And Haley's getting arrested. Who's going to come protect you now, Haley?
Stop. Stop. Stop moving.
If you're enjoying this video, just type lowbrow in the comments, or when I do a numbered vote, you'll say number 1. Number 1 is the video I want to see with Dan D and the Fine and Dandies. It's the sort of video that will uplift my Friday night. I vote number 1 for sisters Chelsea and Haley. Those are all acceptable votes for this video.
I told you I'd talk to you in a minute.
No.
Hold on. Hold on. Take. I got it. Take it.
Take the fucking hands off me!
Stop.
This is Florida, I believe. I'm Going to go out on a limb and say it's Florida before I look it up. As of the publication of this video, both cases remain pending with a docket sounding hearing currently scheduled for August 11th of 2026. Right. Doesn't say if it's Florida, but we'll just go ahead and assume it's Florida until we learn otherwise.
Take the fucking hands off me now! Relax. No!
Haley's still giving orders.
Take the fucking hands
If you're
off
not gonna stop,
me!
you're gonna go to the ground. You got
You
this?
wanna fucking talk to me like
I'm not gonna
that?
talk to you.
No, you have the fucking
Nothing to
hands
talk-
on me!
Stop. Let's go.
Take my hands out of the fucking...
Which one's
Why?
yours and which one's...
Take my hands out of the fucking handcuffs.
Why? Because I have a purse on me? Why, sir?
Put your
Why?
flip-flops on.
Why? No, this is wrong. Why? Why you fucking can't?
It's a pretty, he's not being weak with her. We'll pause it just as she gets thrown into the car because that's really where this video, the content on this video begins, but that lets you know what we have to look forward to if you choose Lowbrow.
How old are you? Okay. How old is
Sarah
your sister?
Boone.
Okay. She's in her 20s. We're done. If you don't want to listen, we're gonna go this way.
Why?
Because I have my parents with me, and because his sisters with me.
Is it because my sister's with me? That you can see the sister's already having a nap here, right? The sister. We've got a high energy sister and a low energy sister.
Why? Please! This is so wrong, Dusty. This is so fucking wrong. This is so fucking wrong.
All you had to do is listen.
This is
Hold on, I gotta put
fucked
shoes in there.
up. You're an asshole. You're a fucking prick. You.
Key West, Florida. All right. Yeah, Chelsea's got less on her mind than Haley at this point of the interaction. So that is Lowbrow. We've watched 4 minutes of Lowbrow. There's 39 minutes of Lowbrow remaining. We can definitely watch Lowbrow if that's what you prefer. But let's take a look at Highbrow. Let's give Highbrow a shot. Highbrow is the Florida 6th District Appellate Court. And you may think, why do I know that name? The Florida 6th District Appellate Court is the district responsible for all cases in Orlando and Winter Park. Interestingly, as I looked up that information, I discovered that that was not the case until 2023. Up to 2023, the 5th District handled appeal cases coming out of Winter Park. And why is that interesting? Because when Sarah's appeal initially was filed, it went to the 5th District. Tanika reported on it. People sorted it out, but that's probably why it went to the 5th District, because when Sarah started her case, that's where appeal cases went from Winter Park. But by the time her case wormed its way through the system, they've changed it, and Winter Park and Orlando are completely into the 6th District. The reason I bring that up is this lawyer, well, the title of this video is 3 Judges Realize Attorney Has No Idea What He's Arguing. And the first few minutes kind of brings up the highlights, so, you know, there's a reason that you could watch this and go, oh, okay, I've already seen all the good parts. But I think there's something instructive about seeing how a district appellate court operates and seeing how they pick apart arguments that aren't fully fleshed out. This attorney, Jerome Ramsaran, who is looking furtively to the left-hand side of the camera, is the lawyer who has no idea what he's arguing.
Month makes my 10th year in practice.
The argument section that you have labeled argument is just kind of a cut and paste from various rules and cases with no explanation whatsoever. Is there any part of your argument section, Mr. Ramsaran, that you can point to and say this made an argument?
No record of what was stated at that hearing.
Is there any part of your argument where you could say this is an argument? No.
Counsel, it's your burden to demonstrate that the trial court erred in dismissing the complaint. Is that correct?
Yes.
Based on what authority were you under that impression?
As I sit here before you, I don't know it.
Underneath your signature block, attorney for appellant, contractor litigation financing LLC.
I probably copy pasted that signature block. Apologies.
We are here for a special session of the 6th District Court of Appeal in case number 6D232601. Foreman Electric Services, Inc. versus LSQ Funding Group, LC. We are
Foreman Electric Group versus LSQ Funding, LLC. I've watched this 3 times now. I still have no idea what the particulars of the original case are. Despite that, I'm fascinated at the way they describe the arguments and the lack thereof. It shows how little, how little Sarah knows about the appellate process, and I, count myself among them. I didn't know much, but Sarah seemed to think that her input was necessary. As you're watching this, you can see how little of the appellate case has to do with the particulars of the case and how laser focused the panel of judges is on rules of law. And the appeals lawyers, they can't just bullshit like they can in court. Oh, well, if you convince a jury, you talk fast enough, get a couple people on your side, that's all you need. Not in the appellate court. You've got judges who know what they're talking about, and they don't take being BS lightly.
here today on an order to show cause as to why sanctions, including attorney's fees and costs incurred by the appellee, should not be imposed against counsel Jerome Ramsarin personally.
This is not the lawyer that specifically used AI. That was a different video I put up where the lawyer kind of got caught for using it. This is a lawyer that basically just cut and pasted case law in, almost like Sarah suggested that her documentarian cum lawyers should have done. Like, just put in some case law. So this appeals lawyer, ostensibly with 10 years experience, submitted an appellate document that just had statutes and names of cases without any argument about how those cases pertain to this particular case. Kevin Fowler, he's just for the other side. He doesn't get asked a single question because Jerome's shit is so fucked up.
Pursuant to both Florida Rule of Appellate Procedure 9.410A as well as Section 57105 1B of the Florida statutes. All right. So, sir, what I'd like to start with is, could you please tell us how long you have been practicing law?
This month makes my 10th year in practice.
10 years.
What area of the law do you primarily practice?
I primarily practice what I like to call consumer protection mostly.
I'd like to call it
so
that.
We do, well, I'll break that down. We do a lot of homeowners insurance claims here in the state of Florida. We do personal injury, actions against banks, lender institutions on behalf of consumers. We have, in the last year or two, begun working with more in the commercial space in the realm of government contracting.
So this gives you a little bit, like that last 30 seconds. It's kind of what you can expect with this one. If you go highbrow, going to be a little bit more pedantic, but also, if you appreciate it, I think there was a couple laugh out loud moments I had watching this, as opposed to the drunk girls where I was just, oh my God. That said, the drunk girls are entertaining, and there is an argument for watching both, so it could be a matter of what to watch first. Think about it. This is highbrow. That was lowbrow. Now we have 7 minutes. Probably 10, because I'm going to pause it. I can't help myself. This is a video that you don't have a choice. I watched this originally in a stream that got copyright struck and deleted after I put 2.5 hours of hard work. At that time, 2.5 hours was a marathon for me. Now it's like, I did a 10-minute video or something. In any case, this part of the video did not get copyright struck. It is from Tactical Response Crew. It's called The Hot Crazy Matrix. It's about how men should pick women to date. It's a little bit of misogynistic, a little bit of, it's not It's not PC, but it's not terrible either. I find it super amusing. It's one of the first viral video. Well, not first, but it's a viral video I remember quite enjoying when it came out. So we'll watch a little of it, and if you guys disagree with what they have to say, we can talk about it in the chat. And in the meantime, vote highbrow or lowbrow, because we'll be watching the winner of highbrow and lowbrow immediately after this. Hello, bedtime lullabies, and good night.
Hey, James Yeager here with Talent Response, and I got the terrorist mouthpiece with me. This is go introduce yourself.
I'm Dana McClendon. I am the consigliere to the Camden Mafia and the terrorist mouthpiece.
Okay, they're just being silly here. But it's a dude. He's going to tell you about women. The guy in the shirt with the tie, he's the expert on women. The guy with the American flag in the, I don't know if that's a couple of C's, inverted C's, tilted. Maybe it's an eagle. I'm not sure. It's an American flag.
But what are we going to talk about? What are you going to talk about today?
Today's lesson it's a little off the beaten path of tactical response, but it's still something that you can use every day. This is the hot, crazy matrix. It's what you need to know about how to deal with women and how to analyze the situation that you may be in or want to be in.
So again, this is a dating guide. I know that predominantly women that are watching the channel, but it's good to know how men are thinking, what goes on in their heads. How do they categorize? What are they looking for? What are they not? So we'll just, take this as a little insider info. This is just a little journey into the minds of men. And men, if you're watching, if you haven't seen this before, some good value, some good honest value in this video.
Okay. Let's take a look at that right now.
Okay, so this is the Universal Hot Crazy Matrix.
Thank you. Kevin Brady points out that is an Under Armour t-shirt the gentleman with the American flag and the logo was wearing. But let's go back to our expert on women. This guy looks like, if I saw him in a supermarket, I would think, here's the expert on women. Have you got any information for me? I borrow a pen from your pocket protector.
Everything a young man needs to know about women. I've developed this on my own over 46 years of living on the earth. So this is how it works.
46-year-old man. He's figured out women. He's ready to share his knowledge. Tell us.
You have your crazy axis and your hot axis.
All right. So x-axis is crazy. Y-axis is hot.
Hot is, as usual, measured from 0 to 10.
We know
We're
that.
all familiar with that.
Yep.
Crazy is measured from 4 to 10 because, of course, there's no such thing as a woman who's not at least a 4 crazy.
Okay, there's the first contentious statement. Crazy is measured from 4 to 10 because there are no women that are between a 0 and a 4 crazy. All right, he's gone out on that limb. Where are we going to go from here?
So you got 4 to 10. This is your hot crazy line right here. Very important that you keep in mind where the hot crazy line is.
Fairly easy line, it's just steady ascending line. You want, I guess, to date women that are on the hot side of the line rather than the crazy side.
As a rule, this is your no-go zone. We do not hang around and date and marry women who are not, at least in our mind, a 5. So this is your no-go zone. You don't go here. We just rule this out. Life is better this way. That's the way it is. All right. Above a 5 and to about an 8 and below the crazy line, this is your fun zone. You can hang out here and meet these girls and spend time with them. That's your fun zone, but keep in mind when you're in the fun zone, you want to move out of the fun zone to a more permanent location. Okay? So that's the fun zone above a 5, hot, below an 8, hot, and below the crazy line. This means these are most of the time not crazy. Okay? Above the danger zone, above the
Yeah, what's there? That's, still a 5 to an 8 hot, but in the crazy zone. Tell us more about that spot.
The crazy line, we have the danger zone.
Ooh.
This is your red.
Gonna ride on through the danger zone.
Heads, your strippers, anyone named Tiffany.
Redheads, strippers, anyone named Tiffany. Okay, let me make note of that.
This is hairdressers. This is where your car gets keyed. You get a bunny in the pot. Your tires get slashed, and you wind up in jail. Now that we have some of the chart filled in, we got a couple more pieces to put in. But at this point, understand something. This is not a static environment. This is a situation where you have got to use this matrix over time.
In the chat, there's a question, where would we put Betty Broderick? This is an interesting thing, and it kind of illustrates how this chart works. There's no one particular position that you would plot a woman. What you do is take a series of points over time, and then you get an array where you can have, okay, she's mostly in the danger zone and occasionally fun. That's where I think Betty would be, actually. She's above that crazy line, but she's fairly hot. So, maybe, a 7 hot and a 9 crazy. Whereas Sarah's like, a 3 hot and a 10 crazy. So, definitely firmly in the no-go zone. But I could see how somebody would make a mistake with Betty.
To develop some reliable data. It's like a dope chart, okay? Because at any moment in time, any woman that you have previously located on this chart can vanish from that location and appear anywhere else on the chart. So what you have to do is, over time, collect some data. And once you have a cluster of data points, you can begin to consider that reliable.
Candace asks, is Candy, is that okay? Asking for a friend. Okay, Candace. I would say that anyone that is named after food, liquor, or an automobile, you got to be careful. It could be fun zone, could be danger. It's probably somewhere in that array. That's people who are named after food, liquor, or automobiles.
Now, moving on, you have this zone here. This is below the crazy line, above an 8 hot,
Ooh.
But still, about a 7 crazy. This is your date zone.
Okay.
You can stay in the date zone indefinitely. These are women that you introduce to your friends and your family. They're good looking and they're reasonably not crazy most of the time. Okay, so
that sounds like a great place to date.
You can stay here indefinitely. Now,
I'm still there.
Above an 8 hot and between about a 7 and a 5 crazy.
Okay, now we're starting to dial it in. Okay, above an 8 hot, between a 7 and a 5 crazy. This is less crazy than the date zone.
This is your wife zone.
Ah.
Okay? When you meet this girl, you should consider a long-term relationship. This zone is not scaled to size. This is a representation and not an actual. This is not a pie chart showing you how many of these people are out there. This is simply a representation of.
This is a plot chart. Just because this area of space is that large, there might not be that many available within the wife zone. So don't look at all of this like it's a slice of pie and you need to get your piece of the wife zone. Very hard to find someone in that particular segment of the chart.
What you're after. You want to be 5 to 7 crazy above an 8 hot. That's your wife.
Hairball Yarn, there's only 2 minutes left of this. It is dumb. I'm just using this as an interlude between the vote of highbrow to lowbrow. Hairball Yarn, if you're into a highbrow discussion, we can definitely turn it up in here, but please vote highbrow. There is only 2 minutes left of this, and it is dumb. I admit it.
Okay. Now, below a 5 crazy and above an 8 hot, this is your unicorn zone. These things don't exist. If you find a unicorn, please capture it safely, keep it alive. We'd like to study it and maybe look at how to replicate that, okay? So I was explaining this to a guy one time, and he said, wait a minute. I met this girl, and she's like smoking hot. She's like at least a 9, and she's chill. She's totally cool. She's like not even a 3 crazy. I said, you're telling me you've met a girl, she's a 9 hot, and she's like a 2 or a 3 crazy. He said, yeah, man, I like her a lot. I said, you should be careful. That's a dude. You're talking to a tranny. So you got to be careful.
All right.
Down here.
So he's made his point. Now, that said, for anyone who's watching this and going, this is stupid, I'd like to see the women's chart. Well, there is a women's chart. The women's chart is a lot simpler. We'll give you the women's chart, and then we will move on to a vote between highbrow and lowbrow.
Axis, and you got your...
A half second there.
You got your cute axis, and you got your money axis.
So he's also an expert on men, and this is how he identifies how women categorize men using a similar chart structure.
Okay? And if you have, there's only 3 sections. Women have a very large no-go zone. This is for dudes who are neither hot nor have a lot of money. You'll notice over here, this is the husband section. Once you cross a line and have sufficient amounts of money, it is no longer relevant how hot you are. And then women have a fun zone here where a dude is broke but hot. That is the cute versus rich matrix for women's use.
All right. So I apologize. Little indulgent, little silly. But in any case, that was the hot, crazy matrix, and we are done with it. So let's have a vote. Do you want to go highbrow? Do you want to go lowbrow? Do you want to watch body cam, screaming, take out your headset? This is stupid. These people are stupid, but I feel smarter in comparison. Or do you want to watch some highbrow stuff, watch a lawyer who very well might be smarter than me get told he's stupid, and we can all enjoy smarter people than us getting taken down for trying to pull a fast one. Now's the time to vote. 1 for lowbrow, or lowbrow for lowbrow. 2 for highbrow, or highbrow for highbrow. Or you can say district court, or you can say drunk girls. All right, we have an even score. Highbrow and lowbrow have canceled each other out. Disney Mom wants the girls in Key West. They're lowbrow. LZB wants lowbrow. Ken Sukuroy is team highbrow, but secretly team both. Addie is me is saying, come on, let's see why Sarah will sink. Ocean sounds lowbrow, so I can feel superior. Kitten pusher, I want both. Give me both. Door is a strong highbrow. Zeitgeist Amy, highbrow. A to B, highbrow. Okay, highbrow is starting. I think what's happening now, the highbrow people are like, I don't vote in polls. Oh my God, lowbrows win. Okay, high. I do vote in polls. Candace doesn't care. No, you know what? It does seem even enough. Let's just change the vote to what do we do first? We will watch both. I have enough time to do both. We may even skip around a little bit to make doing both. Start high, go low. When they go high, we go low. That's not a bad way to go. I think we'll go highbrow. That's a great idea, Vels. Vel73 says to start off high, then go low. It was a little silly what we just watched. It was a little bit lowbrow. This might bring us back. And then when we feel like, okay, we've all been lectured enough, we can go back to the drunk girls and just enjoy the satisfaction of a life lived better than theirs. Here we are, Florida 6th District of Appeal. Let's just, there's no description, okay. One of the top comments, Kevin knew exactly what he needed to say. That's a spoiler alert. Kevin says absolutely nothing. Say it again.
Insurance claims here in the state of Florida. We do personal injury, actions against banks, lender institutions on behalf of consumers.
So all we've skipped so far is what I previewed to you. We're just 2 minutes into the video. I will put the playlist for all 3 of those videos in the description for this. So afterwards, if you want to share any of these videos to watch on your own without commentary, they will be in that description for you.
We have in the last year or two begun.
I'm sorry, Kevin.
more in the commercial space in the realm of government contracting. We've been dabbling here and there, thus our involvement in this case.
Okay. And how many appeals throughout that practice have you handled?
Maybe more than 10, less than 20.
More than 10 appeals.
More than 10.
And for how long? How many years have you been practicing appellate law?
I've probably been engaged in the appellate circuit. I mean, as far as filing appeals, I don't want to say anything incorrect, but I believe at least for the last 5 years, if not more.
And are you handling these appeals by yourself, or is there anyone who's assisting you?
At the time of this case, there was someone assisting me. A longtime paralegal and former attorney.
So these questions are very pointed. Judge Brownlee, she's the woman that's in the center, is asking, it almost seems like get to know you questions, but this is like, so you have an assistant that did these? Basically asking the excuse questions before he has a chance to say, oh, I didn't do that. Oh, my assistant did that. So when we're listening to this, it's not just to get to know you. These are very pointed questions about, if you have experience doing this, why did you submit a document that looks like the document you submitted?
Named Tracy Long.
Okay. But you're primary on your appellate cases, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. And sir, have you reviewed all of the Florida rules of appellate procedure?
I'm fairly familiar with them. I won't say I know them all inside and out, but I mean, I know how to, use my resources as needed and to try to comply with the rules as necessary.
Okay. So what I want to do is start with the contents of your initial brief, because pursuant to our show cause order, there are two bases for fees, one of which is Rule 9.410A, which is the sanctions rule under the Florida Rule of Appellate Procedure that provides that the court on its own motion may impose sanctions for any violation of these rules or for filing any preceding motion, brief, or other document that is frivolous or in bad faith. So I want to get to the briefing portion of that rule. And I believe that this was...
And that's basically it right there in a nutshell. This hearing isn't about the appeal. This is just to determine, did you submit this in bad faith? Do we have to sanction you? Or did you just do this out of incompetence? But those are the two choices. Did you intentionally do it this bad? Or do you really just suck this bad? Because we're having a hard time believing that you suck this bad. So we feel like you did this intentionally.
Raised by the Appellate in their previous motion for sanctions under 57105. When I look to the argument portion of your initial brief, what I find are a plethora of citations to sort of, I want to say boilerplate or well-settled rules of law that I don't believe either party contends aren't applicable here. But there's just a sort of broad rule. There's no argument with regard to any of those citations. And so can you tell me about that and why there is no analysis in the argument section of the brief? And I'll tell you why I'm...
No argument. It seems like a pretty key part of your appellate argument, but you managed to submit a brief without an argument.
Asking you that is because under Rule 9.210B5 of the Florida Rules of Appellate Procedure, that rule requires an argument with regard to each issue that you intend to raise on appeal.
If I may I pull up the initial brief?
Yes.
I wasn't aware.
Yes, please.
We'll be talking about it today.
I wasn't aware we were going to be talking about it today. So this is where Sarah's brief, as convoluted as it was, I had a hard time reading it and understanding it while I read it. At least there was an argument for each one of those 4 points. Like, I don't know that the argument was sound, but there was, hey, this is the case law and this is why I think X, Y, Z. In this case, this guy just quoted case law and didn't say, because of that, I think this. He just, Brown versus Jones.
Moment, let me grab that. Here, are you talking about the initial or the amended?
The amended initial brief.
Understood. So as I go through the brief, I know we have our statement of facts, and I'm looking for the section that you're specifically referring to.
I'll tell you why I'm saying this too, counsel. In addition to the rules, it strikes me that the appellee argued in their motion, which isn't before us today, but it's the same reaction, frankly, that I had when reviewing the brief is how would the appellee know what arguments to respond to if you were simply setting forth well-settled points of law?
I see, Your Honor. And I do believe we do flesh this out a little better in our responses to their motions for sanctions. But I do note that even within this, that we do take the position that, let me make sure I'm saying this correctly. This is not long. I'm looking at this quickly, so bear with me.
Counsel, I'm a little surprised that you say you didn't understand we'd be discussing your brief today when the order to show cause specifically said the hearing was about your brief.
Respectfully, Your Honor, I thought that the hearing was with regard to the fact that I did not provide a response to the June 18th show cause order.
Notice how Kevin Fowler is just making himself smaller and smaller in his view. Like, I don't need to be here. Just let you guys talk to him.
The order to show cause says why sanctions should not be imposed against him pursuant to Florida Rule of Appellate Procedure 9.41a for, quote, filing a brief that was frivolous or in bad faith.
I thought it was for failing to respond to your order to show cause after that exact issue. Maybe I misunderstood. But with that being said, I do believe we take the position within the brief that there is an issue of fact created in these documents that we presented to the lower tribunal here. Specifically, the fact that that this case arises from...
Kitten Pusher asks, is Kevin the opposing counsel? And that's correct. This is those are both the appeal lawyers for whatever this case is. And like I said, it's striking how listening to this appeal, how little of the case you hear. And it will probably strike Sarah like, oh my God, they talked about me for 2 hours and didn't even mention me. How could that be an appeal? What kind of appeal is that?
A standard subcontract agreement, essentially, between our client and a third party named Haleron. Haleron ultimately sold its invoices or line items to another company.
Now, this is him attempting to litigate the case. I think this is the closest he comes to actually, well, to anyone talks about the details of the case, and they're not interested.
Well, LSQ in this instance, and LSQ ultimately, we take the position that by virtue of that invoice purchase agreement and the language within that, and a subsequent action that LSQ, in which Haleron sued LSQ, and where an LSQ answered pursuant to its answers and affirmative defenses, that there is a cognizable and judicial issue of fact in this case over whether or not we are a third party beneficiary to their invoice purchase agreement.
Counsel, can you tell me two things? Number one, yes. Is that the answer and affirmative defense is filed in the other action in our record on appeal?
Yes, Your Honor. Okay. It was made a part of the record on appeal. Well, maybe not part of the record on appeal, but via the appendix.
Why is that proper under the rule?
Well, I don't want to say, again, Your Honor, I'm not certain. I believe it could be part of the record on appeal because it was part of our third amended motion.
So this lawyer strikes me as a lawyer that just says a lot of words quickly and gets through a lot of things because people have a hard time keeping track of all the words he's saying. But he's saying nothing for the most part. And these judges aren't having it. Every one of them, you can see the look on their face. And it's just like, really?
For leave to file a third amended complaint, in which a lot of those allegations were put forth. But I do know for certain that they were put into the appendix.
But would you agree with me? Is there some rule of appellate procedure in your mind that would allow you to insert items into an appendix to an amended initial brief that were not included in the record on appeal?
Not that I know of, Your Honor, but I believe these were put into the record on appeal, or at least in the lower tribunal.
That's what I'm trying to get clarification on.
I see. The only reason we would not, or we would file the appendix in a case like that, frankly, is if we put it into the record and the record on appeal didn't produce those items afterwards, which could have been the case as well, meaning that those items were not made part of the record, although they were filed in the lower tribunal.
Oh, okay. Well, would you agree with me that the rules of procedure in the appellate court require you to have documents that you're going to cite for purposes of the appeal in the record on appeal, not just filed in the lower tribunal? We don't have that before us. I guess this brings me back to the original point, which is if maybe there is something that would support an argument that you're now making about third-party beneficiaries. And I am wondering what is happening with the argument section of this brief, such that this is raised in here and such that the appellee would have notice that that is your argument, that you're relying on the answer and affirmative defenses raised in the other action. And can you show me in this brief where the appellee would be put on notice of that, and not simply, I mean, I know that that was a part of your argument in response to the show cause order. That's separate in my mind because that's far later.
Understood. Paragraphs 8, 9, 10, 11.
What document?
Of the amended initial brief. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
What page are you on, counsel?
4, 3 and 4.
Okay, sorry. This is just about the argument section.
I see.
Counsel, you seem there's two different issues here, and I think we're trying to get you to address one and you're addressing the other. So there's the merits of your claim and whether or not you all had an argument you could have made that wasn't frivolous. Okay. Then separate from the merits, there's you complying with your obligations as appellant's counsel to put those arguments into a brief.
These could be the exact people who turned down Sarah's appeal, Adius me. This is the Florida 6th District, which is the district responsible for the appeal that is currently in on Sarah Boone's case. So from what I understand more about how the appeal process works in Florida, if it goes to court, we could see that Mr. Maldonado for Sarah's side, here where Jerome Saran is, and we could see a lawyer for the state, not Mr. J, it'll be a dedicated appellate lawyer, sitting there where Mr. Fowler is, and it could very well be these three judges. I think the appeals court, there's probably a group of judges and they get selected for each case, but it can't be a huge, I can't imagine there's more than a dozen appeals court justices. But this would be the process that appeal gets torn apart by people who are very learned in the law. I guess when you're that smart, they call you learned instead of learned. But
so before we get to the kind of merits of whether or not you...
Candace, did you miss Chutes and Ladders? We started the stream with Chutes and Ladders. Maybe we'll end it. Maybe we'll play it. If we do the Drunk Sisters, maybe we'll play a little Chutes and Ladders while that happens. I'll simplify it, which is 2 tokens. We'll do the chat versus me or something like that. But we can play again later.
Could have had a claim, right? And whether or not the trial court did in fact err, you had some basis to dispute that. I think the issue is you wholly failed to articulate an argument in your brief, even assuming you had one. There's just no argument at all. The argument section that you have labeled argument is just kind of a cut and paste from various rules and cases with no explanation whatsoever how any of those authorities, make an argument, why the trial court would have erred according to those authorities. There was just no serious attempt to meet your appellate burden. So it's not really the merits of your claim we're at this point, although I looked at them and it does seem the claims were frivolous. At least it's hard to completely evaluate what argument. Just looking at the record, it's very hard to see how you could have made a meritorious argument. But we're not even there yet because we're just talking about the contents of your brief and the complete failure to include an argument section and to comply with Rule 9.210.
Judge Mize is like, Judge Brownlee, you take off the gloves. Guys, you've been pussyfooting around with this guy.
And it does seem the claims were frivolous. At least it's hard to completely evaluate what argument. Just looking at the record, it's very hard to see how you could have made a meritorious argument. But we're not even there yet because we're just talking about the contents of your brief and the complete failure to include an argument section and to comply with Rule 9.210, requiring you to set forth arguments on each point of appeal. You had 2 points of appeal. There was no argument section. There was nothing in your argument section to support or put forth an argument on those 2 points of appeal. Do you see the distinction I'm making?
I do, Your Honor. I see it's more, I guess, substantive as to what's in the brief itself. Let me see.
And I'll tell you, I did, in terms of the order to show cause, I did just look again, and you had the order to show cause explicitly said this was about your brief, and the hearing order that we entered, setting this hearing, said this is why the hearing is about why sanctions should not be entered for the reasons stated in the show cause order. So everything you were put on notice of today explicitly said the brief.
Understood, Your Honor. I mistook that. I thought the court was upset with me for not directly responding to the June 18th order. All I can offer the court is this, that the case law that we cite goes to the arguments that were made, and albeit they were not made in the argument section, they were made in an earlier section, but they go to the heart of those arguments that I referenced earlier. Let's see here on page.
Is there any part of your argument section, Mr. Armstrong, that you can point to and say this made an argument?
No. The argument section recites certain case law.
So do you agree your argument section included no argument of any kind?
Yes. I mean, except for page 17 where we give a summary of the argument.
Counsel, in your response to the show cause order, it's not in your personal response. It was in the one filed on behalf of your client. You argue that sanctions would be inappropriate because you have a valid argument for the extension of the law. And in such a case, sanctions under 57-105 would be inappropriate. Is there somewhere in this brief where you ask us to extend the state of the law to incorporate your facts?
I'm not understanding the question.
Is there any argument in your initial brief for the extension of the application of the legal authority that would presently govern this lawsuit?
I mean, we cite the areas of the law that we believe support why the court should have what was incorrect in denying our motion to admit the third amended complaint, and why they were incorrect as to dismissing the action with prejudice. I mean, I believe those recitations stand for that.
Judge, on the top left of the screen, he almost looks like that, is it Jeff Dunham with the puppets? He looks like the old man puppet that is angry about everything.
Proposition. Let me see.
Which part of the argument section did you explain why the trial court erred in dismissing the second amendment complaint or denying leave to file the third amendment complaint?
That would have been in the earlier section where we recite kind of the history of the case.
Okay, so you had a statement of case and facts that says the trial court dismissed it, and then you have an argument section that says nothing or doesn't contain any argument.
Yeah, I think. What about apologies? Sorry.
Which part of the brief would you say explained or provided some type of argument as to why the trial court erred?
I would say the section that comes before the summary of the argument. We kind of put our arguments within that area and in response to the facts as we put them forth. We kind of take position at that
Counsel, is it your understanding of the Florida Rules of Appellate Procedure?
Okay, yes, Jeff Dunham, that's the angry, that's definitely the angry puppet. It's not the terrorist. I blow you up. I blow you up. Ahmed the terrorist. Yeah, that didn't quite age as well as the old angry man.
Procedure that you are permitted to make argument in the factual background section of your initial brief?
No, Your Honor, but I didn't think it would be inappropriate to do so. I mean, this was not
to put argument in the facts section.
I mean, we did put the arguments there as we set forth the facts. We stated our position on those facts, and I believe that what follows supports those positions.
Counsel, do you agree that the trial court's order comes to us with a presumption of correctness?
That's a great question.
Yes, Your Honor. I never thought about it, but yes.
And so I share what's, I think, clearly been articulated by my colleagues, and what we were struggling with is if we have a trial court renders an order and it carries with it a presumption of correctness, and then it comes up to us and we have a brief that contains no argument. We have that brief based on things that are outside the record, contrary to the rules. And we also have an absence of a transcript. When the order that is presumably correct specifically says, for the reasons stated on the record, it was dismissed. So explain to me how that.
Good call. Zeitgeist Amy is seeing a little Brendan Fraser in Judge Mize. Yeah, a little post-Mummy, I think. I think around Mummy era, Brendan Fraser.
All of that taken together would be a good faith appeal.
In this case, Your Honor, the lower tribunal did not articulate reasons. We say that within the recitation of fact section. Did not give reasons or findings.
His order says that, but his order says that he stated it at the hearing. Judge Falcone wrote, one moment, please. Judge Falcone wrote, for the reasons stated on the record, LSQ's motion to dismiss is granted. Foreman's second amended complaint is dismissed as to LSQ with prejudice. For the reasons stated on the record, Foreman's motion for leave to amend is denied, as amendment would be futile.
But, Your Honor, in this case, there was no transcript or anything of that nature in this case. That we have no record of what was stated at that hearing.
Counsel, it's your burden to demonstrate that the trial court erred in dismissing the complaint. Is that correct?
Yes.
Addie as me was thinking that the upper left looked like Judge Kay's little brother. In which case he wouldn't be able to hear the appeal. But upper right looks like. Yeah, if Judge and the judge whose name isn't showing up in the box, that's Judge White. All of the names are left justified, and just I couldn't justify putting that much of the left side of the screen in just to include his name. So I have the screen cutting off just over his left shoulder, right shoulder, right shoulder.
Okay, so I think this goes back to Judge White's question, which I interrupted when you stated that the trial judge did something to the effect of he did not put something on the record, or he did not state it at the hearing. Let's call it stated at the hearing. There doesn't seem to be a record.
Well, my only point was that the order did not include the findings from that hearing, or did not include the reasons.
So you're saying he did state it at the hearing orally, but it did not put it in the written order?
I mean, as I sit here before you today, I can't even recall if he did or not. You know, we felt the reason we filed the appeal is we felt we weren't given a good reason as to why it was dismissed.
Is there something under Florida law that requires the trial court in this sort of action, given the claims that were raised in this particular case, to make affirmative findings when dismissing the case with prejudice?
She's asking that because she knows the answer, and the answer is no. Let's see how many words he needs to use to get towards the answer that they know is no.
I was under the impression that the trial court has that responsibility when making a final judgment.
Based on what authority were you under that impression?
As I sit here before you, I don't know it.
Wouldn't that have been something important to determine before you filed an appeal?
Respectfully, I didn't know that this was this.
It's one thing to just, I thought it wasn't allowed. Yeah. And then did you take that thought and go to your law books, your $600 legal books, find some case law that supported your hunch? I didn't think we had to do that, Your Honor.
This was going to be an issue in this type of regard. We filed.
You just said that you just said that you.
Zeitgeist Amy calls a young Lisa Kudrow as Judge Brownlee. Yep. Kudrow had better hair, but you could definitely see Kudrow playing Judge Brownlee.
Thought the trial court erred by not putting written findings in an order.
Smelly appeal, what are they feeding you?
And then I asked you from where, and you said, I don't know. So if you're filing an appeal thinking that the trial court erred based on not including written findings in an order, isn't that something you should look into and determine you're right about or have some legal basis to think before filing an appeal and having us spend resources on it, the opposing party spend resources on it, that could have been spent on a meritorious appeal?
Your Honor, I'm not trying to be difficult. I don't think I'm understanding the question.
You told me, counsel, that the trial court erred by not putting written findings in the order.
Yes.
Correct?
Correct.
Okay, then I asked you why you thought that, like from what authority, and you said, I don't know of any. And so what I'm saying is, if you're going to file an appeal thinking that something was an error, shouldn't you have some reason or legal authority to think it was an error before you file the appeal?
Well, I believe we do address that on page 5 of in the statement of facts.
Notice how none of them go to page 5 because they're like, no, we've discussed this thoroughly and we looked at all the pages. You did not discuss this and there is no argument. But I bet Jerome goes to look for page 5.
We state that the lower trial tribunal did not articulate any specific deficiencies.
Counsel, that's not the question I asked you. I'm not asking whether you said he didn't articulate reasons. I'm saying whether you had any legal authority to show that he needed to articulate reasons.
No, but respectfully, that's not an issue that we raised in this complaint. Okay. I mean, or in this appeal.
Well, you just told me that your argument is within your statement of facts. That's what's in your statement of facts. And then you tell me that you just told me a few minutes ago, the three of us, that the trial court, you believe, erred by not including written findings in his order. Do you see why the absence of any argument in your argument section would make it hard for us to figure out what your argument is?
That's such a great line. That's so good. Do you see how the absence of any argument in your argument section would make it difficult for us to know what your argument is?
You just told me a few minutes ago, the three of us, that the trial court, you believe, erred by not including written findings in his order. Do you see why the absence of any argument in your argument section would make it hard for us to figure out what your argument is?
That's such a perfect line to say to someone at a bar that's talking bullshit. Like, they let them go for their 10-minute spiel and just, do you see how your lack of argument in anything you're arguing makes it difficult for me to respond to your argument? Nerd.
I'm starting to see the struggle you guys have had with this.
Counsel, I'm going to get back to a question I asked before that wasn't clear. In your response to the show cause order, my understanding from reviewing the response, and it's the latest response, is that 57105 sanctions would be inappropriate in this case because, quote, the appellant believed it was asserting a good faith argument for the extension of existing law based on such cases, and then you quote cases. So is there somewhere in this brief, and maybe for some reason it would be in this fact section, but is there somewhere in this brief where you could tell me that there is a good faith argument made for the extension of existing law?
Yes, within the argument section, which you guys say is a recitation of law. Let me pull it up.
Counsel, if you think there's some part of your argument section that is not just copying and pasting various, items of law, please point it out to us, because we're not characterizing it that way. That's in fact what it is. That's not our interpretation. That's exactly what it is. There's not a word of argument in the argument section. There is just copying and pasting from various rules and cases with no explanation of any kind how any of those authorities apply to this case or demonstrate that the trial court committed error under the facts of this case. If you said, well, that's how we characterize it. If we're mischaracterizing it or characterizing it incorrectly, feel free to point us to the section of the argument the page of the argument section that you think does contain argument.
I'm looking right now. I just pulled it up, page 23. Refusal to allow an amendment is abuse of the trial court's discretion unless it clearly appears that allowing Such amendment will prejudice the opposing party. The privilege to amend has been abused, or amendment will be futile.
Okay, so copy.
He thinks by reading, well, you're not helping yourself by speed reading your own shitty appeal argument.
Copying and pasting authority. We got that.
Yes, but again, that relates to earlier arguments made in the brief, not necessarily within that quote unquote argument section, but relates back to other sections where we take a position that we should have been allowed to amend.
But there's nowhere, it strikes me that there's nowhere in the brief where it says why you should get an opportunity to amend. For example, Judge Falcone erred in finding X, Y, and Z, and then walking through the factors that lean toward permitting a party to amend. There's no moment where you say why he erred. Maybe he got futility wrong. It just strikes me that there is nothing, at least at a minimum, not in the argument section, that tells us why he erred. Where is the demonstration of error, which it's your burden to do?
I mean, he gave no reason as to why amendment should be disallowed in the case.
I get it. There's a place in your statement of facts where you say he didn't give a reason. Okay. Mm-hmm. But in order for that to constitute an argument, we would need some kind of match between a statement of facts and law, and then applying that law to facts, right? That's how arguments work. So, for instance, there's nothing in your argument section giving us any law saying he needed to give facts, and then saying, hey, look, in my statement of facts section, I pointed out that he didn't give those, and that's what the order says. It's missing those facts. Here's the law that says he was required to give those findings or reasons. Therefore, he erred. Do you see how that kind of thing is wholly missing?
Absolutely. And yes, we don't have that cadence of an argument, but I believe those pieces are there.
Is there a piece where you give us some authority for the proposition that he needs?
We don't have the cadence of an argument, but pieces are there. Yeah. Most arguments contain nouns and verbs, and you did have nouns and verbs, but it's still just pieces. They're not, they're components of an argument.
Did the state findings in his written order?
Let me pull back up number 20, page 23. I thought I saw something there.
Counsel, there's not, because he does.
Oh, that's pretty bold. Let me pull up page 23 because I think there's something there. Counsel, there's not.
The state findings in his written order?
Let me pull back up number 20, page 23. I thought I saw something there.
Counsel, there's not, because he doesn't. That's not a thing.
Well, we cite
trial judges ruling on a motion to.
My grandkids say that. It's not a thing. It's not a thing. Counsel, it's not a thing.
Dismiss are not required to make written findings in their order. You won't find that because it doesn't exist in the state of Florida. That's not a thing we do here.
Well, I understand, but there's a case we cite to Carrila v. Jean D. and Cat.
Just struck me. Judge Mize is talking to him like that because his grandkids probably say it, and he is treating him like a child. He's like, Jerome, that's not a thing. Not a thing. Maybe that'll get through to you. That's totally what's happening here. He has young kids in his life that use that kind of expression, and he's using it because he's not impressed at all with the argument. And he's like, dude, that's not a thing. Sus, man. It's no cap.
And T. MacArthur, ordinarily dismissal with prejudice should not be ordered without giving the plaintiff an opportunity to amend defective pleading unless it's apparent that the pleading cannot be amended to state a cause of action. No such finding was made that this was...
He found it was futile, counsel. He made an express finding of futility, Judge Falcone did, in his written order dismissing the operative pleading.
But it's exactly what we're arguing against. We're arguing that this is not futile. Maybe he just misunderstood our cause of action or what we were trying to do.
But how do we know he misunderstood it when he referenced, and Judge Mize is correct, he doesn't have to make written findings in the order. He says, which is presumably correct because it's in his written order, he says, I gave my reasons. You're not suggesting that in the absence of a transcript, that you satisfy your burden just by saying that a judge actually did not state reasons on the record?
Kitten Pusher points out that Judge Mize looks like he's maybe pushing 40. Yeah, it might be just his kids, not his grandkids. I assume anyone that's in a higher station of life than me is probably as old as I am. And for whatever reason, I feel like they're all the same age. I think Judge White is like 2 or 3 years older than me. Judge Brownlee looks like she is a few years younger than me. And Judge Mize looks like I guess is, 10 years younger than me. But, we'd still probably play on the same over 40s ball league or something like that. So Jerome Ramsaran, he's looking more and more like a child to me, like a little bit of facial hair, but he looks like a boy who's been caught out in front of the class reading a book report that's based off of the book jacket.
Not at all. No, not at all. We're just saying our only position is that yes, he made the finding that it was deficient, but our position is that it's not. And therefore, that's why we were trying to amend the complaint. But we believe the amended complaint we put before the court satisfied those deficiencies.
Counsel, let me ask you about, I'm a little puzzled about your filing, this amended response that Judge Brownlee referred to that you filed on the 25th of this month, amending your prior response. And it starts out, it says, appellant, Foreman Electric Services, and undersigned counsel. That was one of your amendments because, as had been pointed out, it didn't appear to us that you would have filed it on your own behalf in addition to your client. So you corrected that. And then, but on the last page, however, your signature line, it says underneath your signature block, attorney for appellant, contractor litigation financing LLC.
I probably copy pasted that signature block. Apologies.
Okay, so is that just a typographical error, or does contractor litigation?
Oof.
Attorney for appellant, contractor litigation financing LLC.
I probably copy pasted that signature block. Apologies.
Okay, so is that just a typographical error, or does contractor litigation financing have some interest in this case?
None at all.
Okay.
Counsel, did you proofread the brief before you filed it?
This brief, yes.
Because there's a lot of things in here.
Because it looks like you didn't. We got you on the record. Yeah, that's what it looks like after a proofread. Can you show us the copy before with the mistakes you took out before you got to this final copy?
That are like, even in the statement of facts, either obvious misstatements or otherwise mistaken. You tell us there's a U.S. District Court for the Western District of Florida. That obviously doesn't exist.
Oof. You tell us about the Western Florida District Court that obviously doesn't exist.
Was mistaken. You tell us there's a U.S. District Court for the Western District of Florida. That obviously doesn't exist. You make a lot of statements about like at all material times there too, but then you make a statement that kind of by its nature cannot be done at all material times there too, like something that happened on a specific date. Like you said, like at all material times there too, the parties entered into a contract, or at all material times there too, a particular pleading was filed.
So that's like Sarah. There's a phrase that, just be all catch all. Comes now that she doesn't know why she's typing it, but she sees it often enough. He's saying, basically, he's talking about contract law, but he's using this phrase, which means, through, I don't know, that. Actually, I'll leave it to Judge Mize. I know he explains it, but it's basically, if you're talking about liability, whether it was a supervisor or a worker on site, it doesn't matter whose responsibility it was because, for the time period that's relevant to the case, there was somebody who was in control, and that person is part of the company we're suing. In this case, he's talking about legal documents that were in perpetuity signed, and it's like, no, they have to be signed on a date. But you just copy and pasted this phrase that, sounds legal but doesn't apply to your Doesn't apply to your appellate document. I was going to say argument, but there is no argument.
Things that by their nature don't happen at all material times there too, that happen at a specific point. So that kind of...
All material times there too. All material times there too. So it's like a way of trying to catch-all phrase something. But as Judge Mize points out, there's some things that aren't conducive to being all material times there too.
Made it hard for us to even follow the statement of facts because it just large parts of it were nonsensical.
I see. The reason we put that statement in at all material times, we're trying to point the court to the pertinent facts that upon which we're basing our arguments.
But what I'm saying is, when you say at all material times there too, for numerous statements, and it wasn't just once or twice, it was a bunch of and then what follows is something that by its nature doesn't happen at all material times there too, right? So like if you say at all material times there too, someone had a duty, right? That's the kind of thing that can happen over a period of time. And it can make sense to say that duty existed at all material times there too. When you say at all material times there too, they filed an answer, or at all material times there too, someone entered into a contract. Those are things that by their nature happen on a particular date. They don't happen at all material times there too by their very nature. And you kind of did that throughout the brief, throughout the statement of facts section.
I see.
You kind of did that.
I use that to state that at all times, that are material to this action,
In no way did anything you just submitted as an appeal argument resemble anything resembling an argument, and we're all dumber for having read it. Please take your seat, Jerome Ramson.
Did enter into a contract. I'm looking at right now. I'm looking where I see that on page 8. For example, where we say at all times material here too. Foreman submitted the 5th invoice to Halloran for materials and labor.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Can you submit an invoice at all material times throughout a dispute, or do you submit an invoice at a particular time?
Well, at a particular time, but in reference to this action, what we're trying to say here, that we're trying to say that this is, this is a pertinent fact, and maybe there's a better way I should have said that, but that's what we're trying to say by way of that introductory remark.
Counsel, if we were to conclude that this brief was frivolous or in bad faith, what do you believe the appropriate sanction would be?
Don't just start talking, Jerome. Think about this. This is like when a cop asks a murderer, like, if we catch the guy who did this, what should happen to him? Well, I think you should go easy on him, officer. I think he probably feels real bad for what he did.
I mean, I would ask this court not to monetarily penalize us.
Jerome knows where this is going.
I don't know what other sanctions or options are available. This is the first time I find myself in a situation like this.
Counsel, after hearing from us, do you think the brief had any merit? Not your claims, but the brief.
I believe the brief has merit, but I think it could have been written much better. And albeit I didn't write this necessarily,
That's a bad answer too. Like, after everything we just said, you still think it has merit?
It was my responsibility, and I oversaw it, and I filed it.
What do you think, Kevin? All right. We'll put that on the record. Thank you, Kevin.
Who did write it?
My assistant.
Margaret.
He prepared it. I looked it over. I granted it. What didn't follow.
Assistant, you just got thrown under the bus. I think even Kevin reacts to the assistant getting thrown under the bus here.
Who did write it?
My assistant. He prepared it. I looked it over. I granted it. What didn't follow the standards of our argument standards, but I thought it made sense.
Is your assistant a lawyer?
He was a lawyer at one point in time.
Okay. Well, is he a disbarred lawyer?
No, not at all. He retired lawyer.
What?
Is he a disbarred lawyer? No, he just let his license lapse.
Why was the amended initial brief filed so far out of time after our order?
Your Honor, to be honest with you, we've just been having, and it's not just with this court, we've been having trouble getting these notifications.
You don't get them via email?
It hasn't not been coming to us via email. We've been getting them via mail.
We're having problems getting your documents, to tell the truth. You sending everything to us okay there, 6th District?
When them come in the mail, and I'd have my assistants pull up, run through our emails or spam, and we can't find those initial, because they don't come through the normal channels. They come through something else, something like in the 6th Circuit especially, some kind of mail.
What do you mean?
Kevin Fowler's keeping his mouth shut, but I'm sure he's sitting there going, I got the notice for this hearing just fine. I knew it was going to be about his brief. I probably prepared better for this, and I still haven't had to say a word.
By the 6th Circuit, you mean the trial court?
No, the 6th District. I apologize. The 6th District. They especially come in a different manner than we're used to. I forget what it's called. Something case.
And the 6th District, they're all looking at him like, because we communicate with every other appeals lawyer that comes before us, and nobody said they've had a problem.
Mail or something like that. The orders come through, and they had been going through our spam folder for a period of time. These
sounds like a you problem.
Case mails, and ultimately they haven't been coming through the e-filing portal, which is typically how we get orders and other. And not saying you guys are wrong or we're right or anything like that. That we overlooked that. We didn't realize that these notifications were coming through something called case mail.
So they overlook things at this law firm. That it's we overlook emails, we overlook argument
rather than through the e-filing portal.
Do you think that's something you should bring to our attention?
I believe we did. We notified whoever when we realized we were filing late. We spoke to the clerk or whomever, and we were instructed to simply file at that time.
I think maybe what you're referencing is the fact that trial courts, that you get served with items in trial courts in a different manner than you do with appellate courts.
That's true, but even in the 3rd District, like an order will come through the e-filing portal.
He was throwing you a line. You could have just taken it and said, yes, that's what I meant. Thank you. But no, go ahead. Add on, Jerome.
Not necessarily through this email platform that is coming through on the 6th District Court of Appeals.
Counsel, is this the first time you've ever practiced before the 6th District Court of Appeals?
Yes.
All of them are like, okay, that tracks.
Not my first time in Orange County trial court, but yes, before the 6th District the first time.
Was there any moment where you tell us, let's see, the order requiring an amended initial brief states that the appendix to the initial brief does not comply with Florida Rule of Appellate Procedure 9.220C. It wasn't bookmarked, and to file a corrected appendix within 10 days. And well after 10 days, that gets filed. So did you ever tell us the reason that you were filing out of time, or ask us to accept something as timely filed, or anything to that effect?
No, I did not, Your Honor. I did not file anything requesting that be taken in or anything of that nature at that time.
All right. And counsel, when I look at the appendix that was filed, well, let me make sure that I'm on the right one here. Did you do an appendix to the amended? And yeah, you just call it, you don't call it amended, but you'd call it
appendix.
The appendix. So it has the same name as the original one. Okay. So in it, you cite, or you include rather, the subcontract agreement with Haleron Power LLC. Is that included in the record on appeal?
I believe it is, Your Honor. Let me double check.
We're going to go through all 5 items, so you might want to pull up that record, because the appendix is...
Yeah, you might want to pull up that record. Oh, it's nice to hear you might want to. There's certain Sarah phrases that it's weird how when they come up in the wild, you're like, oh yeah, you might want to, or yeah, you might want to. All the people around you look at you like you're crazy.
Included in the record on appeal?
I believe it is, Your Honor. Let me double check.
We're going to go through all 5 items, so you might want to pull up that record, because the appendix is, if you're going to do an appendix to the initial brief, certainly and bring our attention to documents, those documents in accordance with the rules have to be included in the record on appeal, or else it would not be proper for us to view it.
Understood. We're just looking at the index to the record on appeal right now. We see that the motion to amend statement of claims 3rd is part of the index. If that's the case, I would represent that the third amended complaint with the attachments are before the record.
Sorry, you mean the subcontract agreement is included in the record as an exhibit to that document?
To the third, yes.
Okay, what about the Texas case?
I believe that's also in the third amended complaint. I'm not sure, though. We make this is the third amended complaint is where we make those arguments to try to address the deficiencies that the appellee brought up in the lower tribunal in the lower court. So that's where we try to make our arguments, and it's honestly, it's by virtue of that, the existence of that document, why we believe that the case was incorrectly denied with prejudice.
Okay, so with regard to all of the documents included in the appendix, the notice of removal, the second amended complaint, obviously that would be included, I would think, in the record, and then the settlement agreement and release, all of those are included in the record on appeal.
As I sit here, all I have is the index, but I believe so, yes.
Counsel, the Texas case, without going through every single page, is 63 pages of documents in your appendix. The third amended complaint in the record with all attachments is only 57 pages. So it's not, without going through each page, it's not possible all those documents are attached to the third amended complaint.
Okay. No, I see what you're saying. I mean, I see know what you're saying. You mention it within the third.
So the question Judge Brownlee asked is, are the documents in your appendix, are all of them in the record on appeal, or are there some that are not?
I mean, I'll have to say I don't know, because...
Okay. Was that something you were required to verify before filing the appendix?
Yes. But whether it's in there or not, at least as to their answering affirmative defenses, LSQs, we do cite to that case and reference that case expressly.
Counsel, is it appropriate under the rules of appellate procedure for you to give us documents outside sorry,
No.
Judge White, Judge Mize, do you have any further questions for appellant's counsel?
No.
Mr. Ramsaran, sorry, Judge White, excuse me. Mr. Ramsaran, is there anything, any final point, anything that you want to tell us in an effort to avoid sanctions in this case, either under the rule or under the provision of the statute that we cited, and given what you've heard today?
Think about it. Don't just talk, Jerome. Looks like you're going to just talk. I think this is, take a couple of seconds here. Just asked you, is there any reason why we shouldn't apply sanctions?
I mean, I can say, at least pursuant to 57105, I believe that we've cited some cases that bear similarities to our own. I would argue that the cases that we cite to were actually weaker than our own, because our case actually is supported by facts and evidence. Particularity comes to mind is the Coretta trucking case. I have a lot of documents open right now on my laptop.
I got a trucking case. I got a lot of documents open on my laptop right now. Another you problem there, Jerome. You just got asked why you shouldn't have sanctions. I got a lot of documents open, Your Honor. It's be a bad time for sanctions. I wouldn't even be able to keep track. I'd probably not pay them.
In that case, Coretta trucking, both cases involved decisions where a lower tribunal dismissed the party's actions with prejudice. And the Coretta trucking matter, the appellee disparaged the appellant's efforts to assert a claim for breach of contract as a third-party beneficiary, and argued that the appellant was once more asserting its claims and amended its complaint following prior dismissal. In this case, LSQ is arguing that the invoice purchase agreement doesn't create a contractual duty to discharge senior liens in the case. It
says authorized, right?
I'm sorry?
Go ahead, counsel.
I'm sorry, what were you saying?
I thought you were making the argument that they were required to pay off the liens, and the contract.
Well, they were arguing the contrary.
Excuse me, counsel. Excuse me.
Counsel. Sorry.
Old strategy, Jerome. Let's see how it works out for you.
And the contract.
Well, they were arguing the contrary.
Excuse me, counsel. Excuse me.
Sorry.
The contract specifically says the word authorized rather than obligated, correct?
Yes, Your Honor, of course. But we believe that by virtue of the invoice purchase agreement their response and their answer in affirmative defenses, and our subcontract agreement taken as a whole, it could construe a situation where we have a third party beneficiary relationship under a contract, by virtue of the fact that, and I think I break this down a little better here, viewing LSQ's third affirmative defense in conjunction with paragraph 11 of the invoice purchase agreement, Appellate contended and continues to contend, and the third amended complaint, that there's sufficient basis to assert a cause of action for breach of contract against a third party beneficiary. Stated differently, LSQ made prior representations that LSQ and Haleron came to a meeting of the minds at the time of forming the invoice purchase agreement, whereby LSQ agreed at the behest of Haleron to pay all monies owed to certain contractors, including Foreman Electric Services. And if that was proven true, it may be sufficient to demonstrate the language contained in paragraph 11 of the invoice purchase agreement was, and I won't use the word at all times, but that it was intended for the primary benefit of Foreman Electric Services.
But counsel, if I could ask you, sort of circling back, do you understand that we could find, just for the sake of argument, we could find that maybe you made a non-frivolous argument before the trial court, but that brings us back here with the rules and the requirements of an actual argument in the brief, the requirement that prohibits you from providing us with documents outside the record, and your failure to provide a transcript, which would perhaps show us, or you're aware that the rule also allows you, in the absence of an actual transcript, to work with Appellee's counsel to reconstruct the record before the trial court. Are you aware of that under the appellate rules?
No, I am now. Thank you, Your Honor.
And so tell me how
I am now.
Your cases, which of your cases, and I looked at all of them, I don't recall.
Tell me, now we both know. Thanks for telling me, now we both know.
All seeing a case that dealt with an issue of whether an appeal is frivolous. Which cases do you believe would support your request that we not sanction you for a frivolous appeal?
So that kind of summarizes it. Thank you, Judge White, because that brings us right back to it. And A to B, is it A to B? No, Kitten Pusher says, A to B makes a comment as well, but Kitten Pusher says exactly, the argument at trial court is not the argument for an appeal. And by just restating your trial court argument, or Sarah restating, her trial court complaints, they're not going to turn over the case. The case is going to be turned over on the basis of case law that supports your argument for appeal, not your argument within the case you lost.
Understood. I don't believe I cited to anything of that nature, Your Honor, in my response.
Would you like to make?
A to B adds that he has to live with this embarrassment now, and that's really punishment enough. That would have been a better argument. Your Honors, this is online. Everyone's going to be laughing at me. I think that's punishment enough. Please don't give me a financial sanction on top of this.
Make any sort of argument or response as to why we shouldn't sanction you for a frivolous appeal?
Yes, Your Honor. I mean, I would argue that, at least as far as the amended brief, and granted, I've been fully briefed on the deficiencies and the problems with that document as of now, but I would argue that, although out of place, the conclusions, the arguments, the support, legal precedent, I believe all the components are there to make those proper arguments. We give a recitation of the facts, then we provide our conclusions, or our position rather, on those following that recitation of the facts, and then what follows from there is support that's intended to support our position or argument. And I agree that it's not necessarily the way I would have drafted it or preferred it to be drafted, but at the time I looked at it, the time I read it, I did not acknowledge or appreciate, I guess that this type of issue could ensue, or that it could be construed as frivolous.
All right. Thank you, counsel.
Judge Mize, anything further? No. Okay. All right. Mr. Fowler, I know that you've been present with us today. We set this for a show cause hearing, sua sponte. There was no request for this. I understand that your client did a separate request for sanctions under 57105 that solely requested sanctions against appellant rather than appellant's counsel. So at this point, I guess to put it in a not so eloquent way, I'm wondering if you have a dog in this fight. We're not trying to ignore you, but we're here on our order today. So
what do you think Kevin sounds like? Deep voice, medium voice, high voice, squeaky? Your Honor, sir, I'd have to talk to my manager before I get back to you with a response. He probably has a normal voice.
Unless there's something pressing that you think needs to be brought to our attention.
There's not, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay,
That was Kevin. There's not, Your Honor. Thank you.
thank you, Mr. Fowler. All right.
Just play him again. Kevin, you didn't get all of the time in today's video. We'll give you your due. Anyone who missed Kevin, here's Kevin once more.
That you think needs to be brought to our attention.
There's not, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Fowler. All right. Mr. Ramsarin, anything further, sir, before we adjourn today?
Nothing that comes to mind, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. All right.
Kevin Fowler has seen Judge Judy, and Judge Judy makes it clear to the litigants, if you're winning, shut up.
Thank you for your presentation. We will issue an order on today's hearing. As of now, we're adjourned.
Thank you.
All right. That was Highbrow. Do we all feel smarter for that? We all feel smarter than Jerome. And Jerome went to law school. Jerome is, he's an appellate lawyer with 10 years experience. All we have left now is Lowbrow. And, to the highbrow people that won the battle to get highbrow first, you want to go to bed and skip lowbrow? I get it. Lowbrow's not for everyone. For the lowbrow people that stuck through 50 minutes of appeal argument, congratulations, you made it to the drunk chicks. This is Chelsea and Haley. We did play the first few seconds. Haley came to Chelsea's defense. Chelsea is, we're doing the weed meme. Chelsea is the indica, where Haley is the sativa.
Okay. She's in her 20s. We're done. If you don't want to listen, we're going to go this way.
Why? Because I have my parents with me and because his sisters with me.
Why is this happening? Yes, this is exactly a why is this happening video. If you haven't had your fill of highbrow legal knowledge, here's some lowbrow legal knowledge. Don't get yourself in this situation. When the police ask for your ID, give your ID. The police are arresting your sister and you're free to go. Don't insert yourself into her arrest. Go freely. Hey, Sue. Sue D from Australia has just joined the chat. That's why we do these late night lives. Sometimes it gives people from around the world a chance to join a live that wouldn't be on during the prime time for North America. Welcome, Sue D. You've made it just in time for the lowbrow content. You have to go back to the replay if you want to watch the gameplay of the Sarah Boone board game. It's not going to work out. I was looking at it. I've turned off the lights. I'm into night mode here. We're not going to be able to stream the board game, but you can watch it. It's at the beginning of the stream, and I'll come up with a better version of it. We'll do better playthroughs of it as the Dandy summer continues. Paul Clink is here. Paul Clink, NYC from Tennessee. Don't ask me why NYC, because I know that's not in Tennessee, and I'm Canadian. But regardless, Paul Clink, NYC from Tennessee is here in the chat. Welcome.
All you had to do is listen. Hold on, I gotta finish using this.
And if you're wondering what's going on, this is fucking wrong. This is fucked up. That was Haley. That's a quote from Haley. Chelsea is her sister. Chelsea's a little quieter, sitting on the other side of this police car. Thank you to the police who put both of them in the same car. This would have been a less interesting video without the two of them together.
You're an asshole! You're a f***ing prick!
And in Haley's opinion, this officer is an asshole and a fucking prick.
You stupid f***ing prick! Chelsea, what the fuck is wrong?
Chelsea, why is this happening? Okay, I'm going to switch my camera here. I had a different view set up for this one, so we'll move. I'll just get in between the two sisters here, and we'll move the chat over here. Relaunch it so we can see the pain in Haley's face. Oh, look at the anguish. Look at the... Haley is living every second of this encounter, and Chelsea chimes in. Chelsea is... she gets some of the best lines in. Haley has more lines. Chelsea has the best laugh lines. So, see where this goes.
Chelsea, this is f***ing stupid as shit. Why? Chelsea, what the f*** is wrong?
So Chelsea said, meh, heh, 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 meh, heh, heh. Chelsea's a little bit more lucid as it continues, but in case you missed what Chelsea said there, that was my translation.
Chelsea, what the f*** is wrong? It's not my Chelsea, this is us. What the
Chelsea, this is us. Can you believe this is happening to us?
f*** is wrong? Leave us alone, you stupid pricks! What the f*** did we do, you stupid asshole?
She gets up there. You got to give it to Haley. Like, she was working in amphitheater, she wouldn't even need to put on the chest mic or lapel mic. She'd just be able to project the whole arena.
You stupid bitch! What the f*** did we do? Tell me right now!
Chelsea just sleeping through it.
Oh, Mom, please. You suck of her upside down, and
You suck of her blank upside down. Mom, please. Just for the record, this is a recent video. This was 2026 of May the 14th at 2:02 a.m. Early morning on May the 14th in Key West, Florida.
that's what got us arrested. I'm so exhausted. I can't believe so I made this.
You suck and you're the reason we got arrested, is what Haley just said to Chelsea. I'm so sorry. I just can't believe this, is what Chelsea said in response. I love the capital letters for Haley's screams.
Get me out of here! I don't f***ing log in here! Stop! Stop! Why the f*** am I arrested? Tell me why I'm arrested, bitch!
Chelsea, Haley, stop.
Bitch! No! I'm telling him why I'm f***ing arrested! Stop! Why? Why? Sir, please tell us why we're f***ing arrested!
Why is this happening? Why is this happening?
Stop! You stupid ass motherfucking prick! Yeah, you stupid fucking idiot! I know you fucking hear me! That's helping. You're stupid ass.
None of that's helping. Yes, Chelsea. A little bit more wasted, but also a little bit more intelligent. Chelsea, none of that's helping.
You wanna mess with us? Please! Please, fucking idiot! No! No, they wanna fucking stoop with us!
Honestly, messy, bro, because you haven't.
Chelsea!
Honestly, messy, bro. She's so low-key. Just dissing her sister.
Shut the fuck up right now. This is your fault. You got us fucking arrested. I've never been arrested in my fucking goddamn life.
Do we believe that, chat? Do we believe this is her first time of ever getting arrested? She seems like she's got some experience. There's a few moves we haven't seen. Like I've seen the video before. She makes a few moves during this video that suggests to me she has some experience being under arrest. We'll get to that soon.
You've been arrested multiple times right now.
Oh, Chelsea's called her out. You've been arrested multiple times.
Right, because you haven't.
Chelsea, shut the fuck up right now. This is your fault. You got us fucking arrested. I've never been arrested in my goddamn life.
Haley, you've been arrested multiple times right now, like, and every single night is for bed. Good night.
Yeah, Chelsea, because this is my fault.
Because I got one night.
Get the
Oh, seriously.
Get the fucking police office right now!
If you want to piss off
right
one
fucking now!
If you
Please! Call the police on us! Please, sir!
Piss off us. Then I got the case going on.
Yeah, this stupid slut bitch! Guess what we did? Fucking nothing!
Guess what we did? Fucking nothing!
Nothing! We were going home! We were going home! Yeah, Chelsea, I've never been in a backseat of a police car. Yeah, no, I know. Haven't, bitch. What do you mean? Have I? Have I? Let me out of this car, sir! Why am I in here? Please give me a plausible reason why!
To the chatter that's asking if they're wearing negligees, it's the infrared cameras not doing them any favors. They're both brunettes, so if you picture that, you can see how the inverse is making them look like they're wearing these, kind of skimpy white outfits. They're kind of wearing peasant. Well, the one girl, Chelsea, is wearing a bit of a peasant blouse with shorts and a skirt, and Haley's in more of a flowing outfit, but the infrared cameras turns it into, like a silk robe.
Please! You won't even open the car! Give me a plausible reason why I'm on the car! I know you can hear me! What are you gonna do?
Give me a reason I'm staying here, or just turn me right the fuck back around.
Ask me! Tell me a plausible car for the reason I'm in here, please!
Or Chelsea, too. She's just screaming in Chelsea's ear. Just trying to get a quick nap.
Oh, Chelsea, I've never fucking been in an incremation except for you, I swear to God. Sir, can you please tell me the reason why I'm in the back of the fucking car? With a reason, please! Truly! Sir, please tell me why I'm in the back of a fucking car right now.
Tell me why.
You have not told me any plausible fucking reason why I'm in the back of a fucking car! And you want to fucking smile and laugh like it's fucking nothing. I'm dead.
I bet he's smiling and laughing. This is probably like one of the funniest rides. He's just sitting up there. Good for him for not interacting.
Fucking ass. Tell me why I'm in the back of a fucking car right now.
Tell me why.
Because what? Because say it up again. Because what? Stand the fucking stop sign and maybe I'll listen to your fucking ass. What have I done? Oh, you're gonna scream at me in silence, yeah? That's what you're gonna...
That's what the cop said. I'll scream at you with my silence. Oh, you'll scream at me in silence? Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Can do like a normal fucking police officer yell at me in silence while I'm sitting in the fucking back seat? Are you fucking kidding me right now? Are you serious?
Your silence is oppressing me.
For doing nothing except going home and calling it a fucking Uber, you're gonna fucking call the police on me. Truly. Tell me, like truly. All you're fucking doing is driving to fucking nowhere. Am I gonna fucking get on the side of the road and call my parents? No, you're gonna fucking call the police. So tell me what the fuck is going on, please.
Or are you just gonna scream at me in silence? Care for JC is loving the scream at you in silence line. That is one of the top lines of drunk in the back of a cop car. You're just gonna scream at me with silence?
Chelsea, I blame you for all this bullshit.
Whose fault is it? I'm blaming it on the wine. Nope, I'm blaming it on my sister.
Tell me what the fuck is going on, please. Chelsea, I blame you for all this bullshit.
Why don't you have anxiety? It's like, you hate to hear that. But honestly, you...
Sir, like, honestly...
I don't... The caption sort of captured what Chelsea said there. You don't even understand.
You, because you know we've been sitting in that
Because you've been going out for every mother friends. Because you've been going every single night. Of course.
Okay, there we go. Now Chelsea is like, that's it. I've had enough of your shit, Haley. Because you've been going out every night. And I have to follow your ass. And it's all I can do to stick around with you when you start yelling. So I drink just to block you out. And now look where we are. Look where we are.
You've gone out every single night. They've gone out every single night, you. And they play by either pond pour and they play their beer.
Look how awake Chelsea is now. Chelsea was like, I was trying to sleep, but fuck it. I am fully awake and fuck you, Haley. Sometimes she's agreeing with Haley, sometimes she's arguing, but in any case, she's caught up to Haley's energy a bit.
And they play either 100 and 200 with you. Which would have been red, bitch! Shut up. It's different. For me, that's...
Chelsea finally joins her in the yelling, and Haley's like, shut up. Oh, these two have got to be just a delight to be out with at 1:30 a.m.
Every single night, you. And they play by either pond pour and they play their beer. And they play either 100 and 200 with you. Which would have been red, bitch! Shut up. It's different. Stop. For me, that's rent. You don't see me playing games like that because that's rent for me.
And this is you just flying through the f***ing streets because I know how bad you're f***ing flying around. I track the f***ing GPS, bitch. Always. I have a fucking GPS.
I still have rent.
Please f***ing fling me.
I still have rent.
Please let us
go and fly me out. Go and fly me out. I still have.
So a little spoiler alert, but something to look for in the next 5 to 10 minutes of the video is Haley starts doing an impression of, remember those string toys where you push the button and it pulls the string tight and it stands up straight, but you let it go and it goes all limpy and then you press it, kind of a 70s toy, I guess. Haley starts doing an impression of those string toy pretty soon.
Me rent, and I still have June rent, and I still have July rent.
Yeah, guess what?
This is that fucking match.
Oh yeah, he's too worried about the f***ing dick he's about to suck. Stupid ass bitch.
If you're wondering what the officer's worried about, he's too worried about the dick he's about to suck. Stupid ass bitch.
That's exactly what it's about.
Like that.
No, that's exactly what it's talking about.
Rent because that's what you do instead of understanding finances.
Guess what?
And Chelsea's giving her a financial lecture because I pay rent and that's what you do instead of understanding finances. I'm out here paying rent. You're just drinking your fucking paycheck. You don't understand finances like me, the older, responsible sister.
Like a 6-year-old woman. You don't understand. No, you don't understand.
But you want to be a asshole for no reason.
No, you.
So Haley's arguing with the cop who's not talking to her, and Chelsea's arguing with her sister who's not paying attention to her.
For no reason. Let us out of this car. Guess what? You get
you would understand. It's like
out.
Chelsea now sees the camera and is talking to the camera. So now we have a full Haley's talking to the cop who's not talking to anyone while Chelsea talks to the camera. Nobody's talking to each other at this point.
We're having
That's what it is. And guess what? Guess what? My stepdad is a rich mother. He's gonna take you to the grave.
My stepdad is a rich motherfucker. He's gonna take you to the grave, bitch. For the YouTube algorithm, I'm just reporting what one of the people inside the car is saying. I'm not saying that myself, and this should be treated as an educational stream. This is educational, to kids who are thinking about drinking, maybe drinking too much with their sister who, is a little bit more responsible financially, but still a bit of a drunk. This could happen to you.
Bitch, the grave. Have fun there. Have fun with nothing. Because that's what it's going to be.
It's not going to be me, unfortunately.
It's not going to be you, unfortunately. Disney Mom asks, ma'am, on the left, are your underpants black boxers? Remember that the colors are inverse. This is an infrared camera, so we did see a little footage of them outside, and both of them have kind of brunettish hair. I think Haley is wearing kind of a flowered floral dress that's, anywhere from browns to blacks. And I imagine it's similar. It's probably like a solid color peasant blouse with, there is shorts underneath, but they're probably a lighter color with a dark over. So everything you see, it's the opposite. They're not even drunk. They're sober. It's just the infrared again, making them look drunk, but they're actually the most sober two people you've ever seen.
Joke.
That's not gonna leave me on me.
Because he loves us down fucking bad. So you let us out here, you let us out fucking nowhere, you stupid idiot. So stupid idiot. You let us out now, you let us fucking out never.
You do shit with money. You don't.
All right.
Chelsea's right back to the financial expert. And you don't know how to do shit with money. You don't.
Guess what?
You don't. You're
racks
25
on fucking
and you
racks
don't.
on racks, and
I'm
you will never
I
see
don't.
that shit.
No, it's serious.
Seriously, we would walk home right now.
They're still white girls, but they are kind of, they're medium complexion. They're not quite as pasty white. We'll see them again at the police station. There's a brief snippet of them moving from the Sally Port into the station. They're fun the whole way. They keep up this energy. These are, these aren't amateurs. These are professionals.
No, you're 22 and I don't. I'm 22 and I don't.
Sir, we would fucking leave you, but please.
So Haley's 22, and she's the responsible one. Sorry, Chelsea is 22. But Haley doesn't even pay rent and just doesn't even understand finances.
More money is I'm understanding more money than 3D can imagine, Haley.
Shut up. I can make more money than you imagine, Haley. Shut up.
Oh, of course.
You could
more money
imagine,
than you
bro.
could even fucking imagine having. By
No,
the fact that you could just lock us at home, whatever. The fact that you could have $1,000 right now, if you drove us home.
Because what? To pay.
There we go. There's the bribe. There's the bribe. You could have $1,000 right now, my rich fucking stepdad. Think he wants us to be arrested?
By the fact that you could just lock us at home, whatever. The fact that you could have $1,000 right now, if you drove us home.
Because what? To pay your own rent, but you're 25? You're 25-year-old
loser.
Chelsea thinks it's a bad financial decision to be bribing the cop with $1,000 when she should be using it for her rent.
20 years old paying no rent. Why the fuck would I expect you to pay nothing? Why would I expect you to pay nothing anyways? Why would I expect you to pay nothing anyways? Seriously. Even if I was 25.
They might even be sharing a place. Like she lets her older sister stay over while she pays all the rent, and having a few drinks allows that suppressed anger to come out. You know what? Fuck you for staying at my place while I pay rent. Chelsea, shut up.
And I won the lottery. Why would I be 25 years old expecting you to pay nothing anyways? Yet you're doing that. Because what? Because you pay Mountain for the bars, and you go out to go on with Donovan, a bald-old, batty motherfucker, lady motherfucker, and you do nothing, and you have no money. Trust me.
So anyone who's had kids out there, you know when a kid is like blah 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 blah, just raging, like you've sent them to their room, you're grounded to your room, and they go in there and you're throwing up a tantrum and it's loud, and you kind of expect that. You're cool with it. When it suddenly goes quiet, you're like, what the fuck? What are they up to in there? What's going on? That's exactly what you should be thinking about Haley, because all of a sudden Chelsea's getting a chance to ramble. What's Haley doing? Why is Haley quiet?
A bald-old, batty motherfucker, lady motherfucker, and you do nothing, and you have no money. Trust me. If you paid what you did for the bars for what you did for Bob, That's crazy. You would have an extra $400 a week.
Take us to a police officer right now, please, sir.
Take us to a police officer right now, or please, sir. Okay?
Take us to the fucking police officer. I'm calling the fucking cops. I have
Take us to the fucking police officer, or I'm calling the cops.
my phone in my hand right now. Call.
I have my phone in my hand right now. So that's what she was able to do with that little maneuver while she was quiet. I don't think she'll be able to call the cops from this position.
The fucking police. I'm getting the fuck away from you, psycho ass bitch.
No, seriously, please plate me from a motherfucker.
And look at him. He's looking like.
No, seriously, please put up Nichols Fritzens.
Like a fucking psycho ass freak in the fucking mirror. Psycho fucking ass, turn us.
Hey, we're looking at you. We're not looking at me. We're looking at you. I've got $3,000 in my book now. I can turn over anytime if I need to. What are you looking
I'll see your 1,000 and raise you 3,000 to let me the fuck go.
to? What are you looking to? $1,000 when you're meant to spend $3,000 and you're gonna cry?
Haley has moved to the second stage of, is this 5 stages of grief of being arrested? She's gone from bargaining or to, this is depression, I think. This is the new side of Haley.
Cry, sure, cry. As you're supposed to go spend $10,000 and you meant to go to the bar every night, spend $2,000. Cry, sure.
You want to cry? Cry. Spend $2,000, sure.
Cry. No, cry. I'm not gonna be with you. Cry. Seriously, cry. Cause you're
Cry, baby. Cry. Anyone wants to see a great early 90s, maybe late 80s movie? Johnny Depp in Cry Baby with Hatchet Face, Leo DiCaprio. Sponsored by Morgan & Morgan. Morgan & Morgan, the legal firm that sponsors every true crime video. Morgan & Morgan. Groman & Morgan. They haven't paid me for this ad, but I'll take it.
not gonna be with me at all. Cry. Seriously. You can fool me as much as on my birthday. I don't give a fuck.
There we go.
Me.
There we go. Holy shit. That just came out of nowhere. I told you she was going to pull string toy, right? We see Haley. Haley's broken down. She's crying. And Haley, why don't you just flex every muscle in your body at once?
Cry. Because you're not going to be with me at all. Cry. Seriously. You can fool me as much as on my birthday. I don't give a fuck. Trust me, bitch. Ow! Let go of me!
I think she bit her.
You're biting me as much as I want to go.
She did. Fucking bite me. I want to go. Holy. It's almost like a vampire movie kind of thing.
Cry. Because you're not going to be with me at all. Cry. Seriously. You can fool me as much as on my birthday. I don't give a fuck. Trust me, bitch.
She's got the seatbelt against her throat.
Ow! Let go of me! Chelsea. You're biting me as much as I want to go.
Fucking bite me as much as I want. Oh, you can fucking bite me as much as you want.
Please let us go. What is wrong with you?
It's not let us go. It's let you go.
It's not let us go. It's let you go. You always think about yourself, Haley.
You're the only person who doesn't give a fuck about how much you owe Bob.
You're the only person who doesn't give a fuck about how much you owe Bob. Who's Bob? Bob is a new character. We're 14 minutes into this 43-minute drama. What about Bob?
It's me. I give a fuck. I pay Bob.
Chelsea pays Bob. Haley's not paying Bob.
everything. I pay Bob everything.
Haley does not like having the finances of their respective relationships with Bob brought up. Haley is broken down a second time. I would look out, Chelsea. This is what preceded your previous bite.
I pay Bob everything. You're lying. It's a scary number, sure, Haley. Oh my God, it's so scary.
It's a scary number, sure, Haley. Oh my God, it's so scary. They owe Bob a lot of money. Do you think Bob is a drug dealer? Whatever it is, the talk of the finances with Bob is not making anyone happy. And I'm just speculating. I have no information about who Bob is, but Haley doesn't like this. The finances of Bob being discussed at all.
And you're gonna bury me for a Get the off of me. Get the off.
Whoa. Oh, that escalated quickly.
You're gonna bury me for a Get the
Ooh.
off of me. Get the off of me. Why don't you just face it like a fucking adult and realize, oh my God, I don't have what I need to.
Why don't you just face it like a fucking adult? Realize, oh my God, I don't even have what I need to. You tell her, Chelsea. Haley needs to hear this.
Holy f***. Not just buy me what I need to for my need to money. Let me go.
And you just bite me. Because you need some money. Just let me go.
I'm not giving you any more money. I'm really scared.
You never give me your money. You only give me those funny faces.
Please, I'm really scared. Please let me.
Chelsea has just freed herself of the seatbelt that her sister tried to use to choke her. That's probably a smart move in this case.
Yo, I'm really scared. I just want to go home. Please.
I'm so sick of cop car life. Hey, Mom, I want to go home.
No, please. I'm really scared. Please. Please, sir.
The cop just put on music. I can't go too crazy with it, but we'll see. Listen, if you've got headset on, you'll hear a little music in the background.
Please. I'm really scared. I'm not giving Haley any more money. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Chelsea's not giving Haley any more money. She doesn't give a fuck.
I don't care. I'm not getting mad at Haley anymore. I swear to God, I'm not. I don't care how mad she is. I'll bet she.
You know, Chelsea, that's absolutely correct. You got to set boundaries, because sometimes when you're not clear, people walk all over you and they borrow money when, you know, you're paying rent, you're trying to be financially responsible. Good for you, Chelsea. This is a mature way to stand up for yourself.
I'm not getting it. Please stop. I'm really scared. Please, sir, please.
Haley, you need to man up.
Please stop her, please. Please stop. Chelsea, please.
Chelsea's taking a nap. Chelsea will be back in a few minutes.
Bob, I'm literally. Bob.
She thinks Bob's in the camera. She's like, I know Bob's going to look at this video. Bob, whatever you see here, don't worry. I got you. When haven't I not paid you?
I'm literally saying kid goes because of you. All the time. I have $4,000 in my bank account. Able to pay you out, and I have $4,000 in my bank account.
Haley is trying to do something that somebody who has been arrested before might know how to do, but somebody who's never been arrested would have a lot of difficulty shimmying the handcuffs from behind her back to her front. Let's see. successful she is.
Stop. And I'm holding on the boy. Please, I'm holding on the baby. It's not funny. Trust me, it's not funny. You got one sister, and one sister. I told you.
Chelsea, trust me, it's so. Chelsea saying to Haley, trust me, it's so funny. You got one sister, and the other sister. Oh, in her head, that was really good. Chelsea had something.
I'm really scared. I want to be let out the fucking head. And I want to be let one sister head go. Stop. And for the rest of the night.
I want one sister to be let go and one sister not to be let go.
I'm serious. Because if one sister has what she needs you to go to, if she has one sister, what she owes you.
I got one sister and what she knows, and one sister and what she hoes.
And she has one sister what she owes. Yeah, I'm held sister in first class.
Please hold me.
I'm not. And you're held over by a fucking Boy Scout. And you got one sister who's a dumbass who doesn't know how to use her sister on anything but bars and you.
Paul Clank, you're interested in how this happened? What is going on? What happened? Let's remember we're at 1733. We'll quickly jump back to the beginning. Chelsea was going to get arrested. Chelsea had had too much to drink. The police told her to kind of back off, and she said, no, I'm not backing off. So they arrested her. There's Chelsea. This is the sleepier one.
You need to back away.
But why?
You need to back away because I'm telling you, that's why.
Yell at me, but why?
They've told you several times you're going to be arrested if you. So back up 25 feet.
Got you.
That's not.
So that's Chelsea. Hold on. Maybe that's Haley. That's Haley. That's Haley. That's the floral dress that's got the Sarah cut up the thigh. This is Haley.
Not 25 feet. That's not 25 feet. Go over there across the street. I'll talk to you in a moment.
Because they're arresting Chelsea, and Haley inserts herself. That's it. There's Chelsea. Just public intoxication, probably, hey, you're under arrest. They've asked you to leave. You didn't leave. There's not a whole lot of pre-footage. This is where it begins. So we'll let this play out just to remind everyone how they got here 17 minutes ago. This is 1:58 a.m. So when we jump forward, we'll watch the clock so we know, that they haven't cut a whole bunch of time and they've gone crazy in 17 minutes. They went crazy in 17 minutes.
Flip flops, go!
No, come on. Inside the mic.
Sit down.
So that's Chelsea getting arrested, and then Haley. Let's move forward a little bit.
From Riggs. She told me 5 times. Yes.
They've never told her to leave. They never told her to leave.
I'm not going to talk to you.
Sir,
okay.
no, I'm telling you, she's not told her to leave.
It's not her purse.
Yes, it is my.
So this is Haley. This is the talkative one.
This is her purse. No, but why? Sir,
Stop. Stop. Stop.
Oh my God! I'm going to
Stop. Stop.
Stop! What the f*** is
Stop moving. I told you I'd talk to you in a minute.
Hold on. Take. I got it. Take it.
Take the f***ing hands off me!
Stop.
Giving orders. Okay, so that's Haley. And then they get put into the car here at about 3:20. This is Haley.
You don't want to listen? We're going to go this way.
Why?
Why is this happening?
I have my parents with me, and because his sisters is with me.
Is it because my sister's with me?
Please! This is so wrong, Chelsea. This is so fucking wrong.
2 a.m.
This is so fucking wrong.
All you had to do is listen.
This is
Hold on, I got to finish using this.
You're an asshole! You're a fucking prick!
Right, this is where we started the video. The officer is an asshole and a fucking prick. Chelsea is the passenger side sister. Haley is the driver's side sister.
You stupid f***ing prick!
So you see how the outfits don't quite match once they switch to the infrared. It's not doing them any favors. It definitely makes them look more like they're just wearing almost like baptismal outfits, like they're about to get dunked. Let's skip back to where we were at 17:30. This is literally 16 minutes. It's 16 minutes of video and it's 16 minutes of footage. They have gone from 0. Well, they weren't at 0. They've gone from 100 to 200 in the space of 16 minutes.
Bars and you, sis. And you got one sister who used her suicide. Who used her sister.
Oh, I caught her on it too. Those shoulders are going to be sore in the morning. Oh my God. So she has just rotated her shoulders and brought both hands from around the back to her front. Oh, and I think she's dislocated at least one shoulder in the process. Oh, okay. We will, 1739, we will go back to 1733, and we will slow this down to really appreciate with... She said she's never been arrested, and I think this move is someone who's been arrested before.
Bars and you, sis. And you got one sister who used her suicide. Who used her sisters on only
fuck me.
bars and school.
Please let me go.
And then you got both of us in school, guys.
Oh, my mirror neurons are all acting up after watching that. That was...
It's not funny, Bob.
It's not funny, Bob. You guys are wondering where Bob went. Bob is back. Holy fuck.
Us, who doesn't know how to use her sister on anything but bars and you, sis. And you got one sister who used her suicide. Who used her sister on only bars and school.
She's hurt. There's a little... That's a pain look. That's not just, I'm sad. Things aren't going my way face. I think... Oh, hello, Kat. Kat, they've been wondering where Lola is. Do you want to take over Lola's place? And yeah? Okay, we'll get you on camera. Everyone needs it after that. My cat looks like Fruget.
Let me go.
And then you got both of us in school, guys. It's not funny, Bob.
It's not funny, Bob.
Let me go, please. Please.
No.
Please let me go. I can't get the handcuffs off. Please. Where the handcuffs?
Why the would you be able to pull handcuffs off, Haley? You haven't paid shit, and you haven't done shit. Why the would you be able to pull handcuffs on? I've paid my money, and I paid my shit.
Please let me
go. I'm able to pull my handcuffs off.
I love how they're ducking underneath so they can be on camera.
Please let me go.
And you're sitting there diving on the pull handcuffs, bitch. Because what? Handcuffs?
All right.
Does he think you're
Goodbye.
able to? You're not able to anything. Fun fact, you're not able to anything. You're not. You're not. You have to work through it.
You stupid
No,
idiot.
because not at me.
Why?
Work
Please
for
let
it.
me out of
Work
it.
for it. Maybe you'll be able to work for it. You see, my workouts are only being here to, because of why? Because I
Here you
worked
go,
for
Kat.
it.
Why?
I went
What
through.
did you do?
Because I went through school.
I didn't see nothing.
No,
Please
you're
let
lying.
me out, you stupid idiot bitch.
Haley's ramping it up. This is 18 minutes from the start of the video. could you imagine your voice, like even the next day? You know, when I've gone to a concert and sung along with the band for like 4 or 5 of my favorite songs out of a 90-minute set, I'll wake up the next day, oh, I kind of used too much of my voice. Poor Haley. Chelsea's going to be like, yeah, I thought you were going a little crazy. Chelsea's mild. Hey, Care for JCYT. Welcome to your 3rd month of membership. Got the Pro Say C badge. Welcome, welcome.
Please, I didn't nothing. You haven't done anything. I literally.
Haley says, I've done nothing. And then Chelsea backs it up. You haven't done anything in your life. Chelsea just low-key shading her sister.
Stupid idiot bitch! Please.
She is banging on the window, a person who asked about that. Thank you to everyone who likes my cat. The cat's name is Cadillac. Cadillac the cat, Catillac.
Please, I didn't nothing. You haven't done anything. I literally did nothing. You haven't done anything.
I literally did nothing. You haven't done anything in your life.
Right. Please let me just calm down. No, why?
So I think they're in the Sally port at this point because you can kind of see a little movement behind the car. I think they either are transferring her or this is because there's still a lot of video left. But something's happening. Oh yeah, I think he even said, I need you to jump out. No, why?
You're hurting my life right now. Right. You haven't done anything with your life.
Because you haven't done anything with your life. Chelsea, give it more life lessons. Get in there, Chelsea. Get her.
I don't understand what my life. Please. I got my yoga certification.
For those who are wondering, Chelsea has her yoga certification.
I got my yoga certification.
Welcome, Carrie and Keeney.
I've got my aesthetics degrees. I've got everything since you. What have you done, Haley?
What have you done?
Put you in a restraint chair.
That's fine. I would rather be in that than
Well, you're gonna be in jail in the restraint chair.
You're going to be in jail in the restraint chair. They're going to put her in the chair of shame.
Hasn't rather been. She's rather been fine. Haley, chill the out.
She'd rather be fine. Haley, chill the fuck out. Good advice. You know, if I had to, pick one, Chelsea seems like the one that's in the, she's not in the wife zone, but she might be in the dating zone. Like, she's clearly too young, but at my age, when I was making bad decisions, it's definitely a bad decision I might have made. But more for Chelsea. Chelsea's the responsible one of this pair.
Don't act that
Then
way.
why are you acting like this right now? Because she hasn't done shit.
Because she hasn't done shit.
Because my sister wanted to talk shit. Can you just explain to her that she hasn't done shit with school or any Arrested Development?
You were told several times to get back 25 feet.
You were told several times to get back 25 feet. Thank you, officer, for restating exactly why she's here.
Okay, you did it.
No,
and then you left
no.
and you came
Can I
back.
tell you? The bartender told me
He didn't give a fuck.
Come back. Guess what? Your sister is okay with the bartender.
Okay.
No, I did not ever come back to you.
He doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't give a fuck, obviously, so you listen to him.
I walked to
He doesn't give a fuck, so you obviously listen to him.
Just ignore her. I didn't walk up to the. I walked up to the bartender.
Walked up to this officer.
No, I did not.
Put in the cuffs.
Please show me the video because I know you have it.
This is 20 minutes after the incident happened. She wants to see video because she doesn't believe she walked up on a cop. Easier for us just to rewind back and see it and go, oh yeah, that happened. But it's crazy to think that 20 minutes after something like that happening, you would be like, no, I was talking to the bartender out on the street. Well, that's weird because the bartender was inside tending to the bar. But
Show me.
You can see it.
Please show me before you show anybody else, show me, because I know that's not true.
Those are excellent points. Phil for Dom Russo says, plus Chelsea is a financial wizard. Sue D chimes in, and she has her yoga certification. Yeah, Chelsea's got a lot going for her. Chelsea, you know, you turn your life around. You're that close.
Because I know that's not true. I know it's not true, so show me, because I know that's not true. I would never do that. And guess what? Guess what? I was f***ing there too, and now you're gonna roll the window up like a hypocrite ass f***ing bitch.
I've never rolled up the window like a hypocrite.
Because you're mad. Because you're a cop. And that's how you get. No, that's how you get. That's how you get. I've never been arrested in my goddamn life. And you're gonna want to... Please, take me out of the car.
Chelsea, what are you doing?
Exactly. He shows a camera again. Because he's a pussy-ass mother bitch. Oh, are you gonna tell him that? Please tell him I told him that. Please. No, like, you're just a stupid bitch at this point, because I've not said anything to this guy. I've not said anything to this guy. Except fucking nothing.
This is all gonna show in front of the jury, trust me.
Haley, this is all going to show in front of the jurors. Trust me. Oh, Chelsea she's wise beyond her years. Chelsea's been eyeballing that camera. Haley hasn't looked at it once.
To this guy. I've not said anything to this guy. Except fucking nothing.
This is all gonna show in front of the jury, trust me.
This is all going to show in front of the jurors. Trust me.
I know more than any of you fucking know.
I know more than any you fucking know.
Please, take us to jail. I would rather be there than with you cut-ass police officers, because I know how you guys are.
Haley would rather be in jail than here with these cunt-ass police officers, because she knows how those guys are.
Please shut the fucking computer, because I know how you guys are. All I want to do
apologize
is go home.
Chelsea knows what's up. Apologize to him. You don't call him a cunt-ass. You went too far, Haley. Apologize.
Apologize to him. I'm sorry, and I wish you. Say I'm sorry, and I wish you well.
Say I'm sorry, and I wish you well. I'm sorry, and I wish you well. Just say it, Haley.
Say I'm sorry, and I wish you well.
All I want to do is go home.
Say I'm sorry, and I wish you well. Trust me, it will help you in the court. It will help you in the court.
Now I feel like Chelsea's been arrested before and said on video, I'm sorry, I wish you well. And it helped her in court. She's convinced that this is going to help. It's not going to hurt.
Say I'm sorry and I wish you well. Trust me, Haley, I went to court. Say I'm sorry and I wish you well. Wish the card down and I say I'm sorry and I wish you well. Say it.
Stop.
Say it.
Say the words.
Stop.
Say it, Haley. It's not funny.
I will.
It's not funny. Say I'm sorry and I wish you well. It will cost you $4,000 less.
I will.
Say
It will cost you $4,000 less. I'm sorry and I wish you well. You're getting 7 words, $4,000. That's worth it. Just say it, Haley.
I'm sorry and I wish you less.
And I wish you less.
I'm really sorry. Please.
She got the first part. Come on, wish you well. Come on, Haley.
I'm sorry.
Say it when the window's on. Say I'm sorry and I wish you well. It will cost you $4,000 less. Say it when.
What if you say it twice? No, it only works once. I'm sorry and I wish you well. I lost a little sock for my mic. I don't know when that happened. It's got to be somewhere here in the vicinity, but like I'm distracted. It's because I lost my little mic sock.
The window's down.
Well, stop, Chelsea. Shut up.
No, but you're not going to. Haley, it cost me $27,000 and off with me.
It cost 27 grand. She got a $4,000 reduction for I'm sorry and I wish you well, but it still was a $27,000 mistake. And despite that, she's still paying rent and Bob. Chelsea, everyone's a winner, but you're the winner of this particular video.
I'm dead serious.
Please stop and I'll go home, please.
Sam, sorry, I
I will. I'm not reaching into their car. Al, please go home. I promise. I promise I'll go home. I promise.
Say, I wish you will. You don't wish them an apology that you can accept.
Will you please?
They don't care about the apology. You gotta wish them well.
They wish you will.
Send me home. I promise. I'll go home.
I wish you will.
I wish you well, please.
There we go. Haley's convert. And the persistence. You gotta love it. Like, look, I'm your sister and I know what's best. I wish you well. Just say wish you well. Say it. Say it, Haley. Wish you well. Wish you well. You will. Wish you will.
I promise.
Get it from both of them.
I'm going home, please.
Get it from both of them.
Will you please just promise me?
Get it from both of them. You're supposed to give it to both of them, but you know, that's good, Chelsea. You want to make sure everyone's heard your apology and that you wish them well.
Please, I promise I'll go right home. Sir, please, we're never coming back here, I promise.
To everyone who stuck around for the lowbrow after being educated by the highbrow, I'm sorry and I wish you well.
I promise we're never coming back here, sir.
I promise I'm never showing this video again here, sirs and madams.
I promise we will never come back.
I promise we'll never come back to this video. We'll just reference it forever and ever and ever.
I promise we will never come back.
Haley.
Please just take us home, please. I promise we will never come back ever. Please.
Haley, I was just joking.
Please just...
Haley, I was just joking. You're not going to save any money. I just wanted to hear you say I wish you well. Chelsea's having her own good time.
Take us home, I promise.
I wish I was joking. Hey, you're about to go to school for 2 days.
Please, I promise we will never go back.
No.
Please.
You're about to go to school.
I promise we will never come back ever. I promise.
No, you're about to go to school for 2 days.
I'm in a moment to step out of the car.
Okay.
You're going to step out, and you're going to step to your right, and you're going to face...
Can you take these cuffs off my hand?
Yeah, whatever voluntary test I swear they do.
I will fucking take it.
No, we're not taking your cuffs off. We're here to, I guess, transfer cars because this is not the end of their ride. Maybe they're passing them off. They're telling another set of cops, you wouldn't believe the two we got. I've just been driving around for the last 20 minutes just to hear them go, and they haven't stopped. You wanna take them? You just drive them around the block 2 or 3 more times. They're hilarious.
Attention. Pay attention, bro.
Step out.
Okay, I have to unlock myself.
I'm dead serious.
Thank you.
I swear to God, if you don't pay attention, you're so Haley. Mom, are you in the car?
Mom's not here.
I know you're already in the car. Don't act like you're already in the fucking car.
What?
No, Haley's already.
Haley's already fucked. Okay, I got to give Chelsea credit. I didn't think she'd have it in her to keep up the chatter once the energy left the car. But what else do you have to say, Chelsea? You've been a fountain of knowledge up till now. Oh. Chelsea got the moves. Chelsea's not her first time in the back.
Do the shit they tell you to. Don't do any shit they don't tell you to.
Do the shit they tell you to. Don't do any shit they don't tell you to. Okay. Keeping up her wonderful track record of advice.
Do the shit they tell you to. If they tell you to look face back and forth, keep your head still. You don't move your head. Don't move your f***ing head.
Now, this is funny because it's advice on the HGN test, which is the test that I think is probably the most, I don't know, it's the most useful test, I'd think, because you can't fake it. It's not about your ability to pass the test. If you're drunk, your eyes kind of vibrate as you're looking from one extreme to the other extreme. So it's one of those kind of tests that if you know how to take it and you know what you're looking for, you can actually see it. The other two tests, somebody with great balance might be able to, negotiate their way through without having to compensate for their balance. But for the most part, those tests aren't about passing or failing. They're about when you lose your balance, do you correct like a sober person would and just do a slight correction and you're okay? Or do you make this wild overcorrection because you're piss-ass drunk and, did I pass? No, you didn't pass. We do have another test, though. If you could do your stand test and hold the foot out and count to 30. And that's another one that, if you're in great physical condition, maybe you can fake it when you're drunk. But somebody who's sober could do the test and fail it, like not be able to do what's asked of them. But the way they respond to each of those failures is the way a sober person would, where you're, not stressed out over the fact that you can't keep your foot up for 30 seconds, but you're not going to wildly overcorrect for it either or fall on your ass.
Please don't move my head.
Don't move your head.
Roll the window up. Listen. Roll your hand up. Roll your hand up. Get back in your seat. Haley, roll your hand up.
Get back in your seat.
Come on.
Chelsea's not taking her own advice. Do what they tell you. Get back in your seat. It's my sister.
Oh, I'm gonna
Get back in your seat. You don't want to put on this.
Alright, you don't have to be so aggressive. You're aggressive as
What's your annoying as fuck?
Okay, I'm aggressive as
It's because you're annoying as fuck. Okay, I'm aggressive.
So gonna be annoying with my sister. Stay annoying as a if it's my sister.
Why the fuck are you so No, then I would love to know why. Don't tell me in the vehicle. You saw me in the vehicle.
Oh, they're just going to slip Haley in the opposite side now? Okay, fine. You're over here? Oh, but I'm kind of wrapped up.
Haley, don't get in the vehicle.
Haley, don't get in the vehicle. Oh, Chelsea, you've you've come full circle. The advice, it was too good to last.
Turn your head left and right.
Get in the vehicle.
Haley,
get in the vehicle.
Haley,
put me in the
yes,
vehicle.
get in the vehicle.
Haley,
why are you telling me to get in the fucking
Haley, Haley, turn your left.
Stop turning your torso. Get in the vehicle.
I'm calling the police.
Get your
I'm calling the police.
foot in the
You're
vehicle.
hurting me. You're hurting me. Ow.
Turn your left and right.
You're locked up for life, you stupid
No,
prick.
now they dismissed the field sobriety test.
Oh,
Yes.
Haley's arms are behind her back.
What? I have my feet outside of the fucking
No.
sobriety test.
All right, and Haley's handcuffs are back in the front.
Them the f*** out.
No.
You stupid idiot.
No.
Why would you do that? Yeah, fist bump, you motherfucking prick. What the fuck is wrong with you? You think that's cool? You
No.
think that's nice? Pull away a fucking
Haley.
girl? You're a psychopath.
Haley.
Thank God you're a little nice. Thank
Haley.
God.
Thank God you're a little fucking nice. That's a weird. This is 27 minutes after the original infraction.
You're like, I really appreciate
Seriously,
it.
get back.
No, like, truly, sir. Like, I really appreciate the fact that you're a little nice. You're a stupid prick.
But I appreciate the fact that you're a little fucking nice, you stupid prick.
You're a fat, stupid prick. Yeah, you, mother.
Seriously.
For no reason.
No, since they can't.
Yeah, take us to jail. I don't give a f***. You're a
No.
stupid prick.
Can you listen to me for a second?
Listen to him, what?
Can you listen to me for a second?
Listen to
f***ing him. That's all that.
They can't listen to whole field versus sobriety. That's all.
This is a good point. Is it Kitten Pusher who asks, what is going on? Isn't it kind of dangerous to have them back there together and without seatbelts? Yeah, I think so. It may be because they're siblings that some allowance for it, but it's crazy that they've switched seats. You can see the seatbelt. Chelsea is still kind of connected to some of the seatbelt from the other side that is looped through this one. But yeah, they're loose cargo.
Of course he can, and I guess who will. The police security and
he would
in the Key West, you stupid. You're a stupid. That's what you are. You're a stupid prick, and I hope you know that. Please get a car, sit with us in the car. I would love that. You stupid prick. Please.
She's cupping the hands around her mouth just to make the volume louder.
Seriously, what am I saying?
No, I don't give a what I say at this point, because I'm already arrested. Why doesn't the bald guy arrest me? Please, anything's better than a stupid bald prick.
Why doesn't the bald guy arrest me? Anything's better than a stupid word redacted prick.
You don't want to get arrested.
I don't give a
Haley, you don't want to say any of that stuff. You're arrested.
Haley, you don't want to say any of that stuff. You're arrested. Thank you, Chelsea.
Nope,
stupid idiot.
No,
whatever. Look at you laughing.
Listen to me.
Fucking laughing like a fucking prick.
He's laughing because no Mary will call you.
And guess what?
He's laughing because nobody will call you.
Turn my hands around.
Serious.
I'm gonna choke this motherfucker as soon as I fucking can.
I'm gonna choke this motherfucker out as soon as I fucking can. You know, Chelsea is probably going to advise that you don't say stuff like that.
I'm going to take this out on you, motherfucker. You were drunk as fuck and you were driving.
I'm not driving anywhere.
You were drunk as fuck and you were driving. Chelsea testifying.
The reason I'm arrested is because of you, Chelsea.
I'm serious.
And that's also correct because, well, not because of Chelsea, but it was Chelsea's arrest that inspired Haley to inject herself into that arrest and get herself arrested, because it looked like they were quite content just to arrest Chelsea and take her away.
You're not going to turn this around. You were drunk and you were driving.
You're not going to turn this around. You were drunk and you were driving.
We're not driving anywhere.
This is actually kind of funny. I think Chelsea has gotten arrested for drunk driving and has now forgotten how they got back here, because she's going to keep insisting that they got pulled over. And Haley's like, we didn't get pulled over. We got stopped on the sidewalk. No, you're in denial.
You were driving and you were drunk. You're not going to turn this around. I'm serious. And the only way they're going to turn this around is by their...
They may not be driving anymore. That would explain the seatbelts and them not worrying about it. They took him out of the car and she went crazy and they put her right the fuck back in the car. And they're like, they can sit in the car until we're ready to bring him into holding. And maybe they're going to get the chairs of shame. That's probably what's going on. Because if you look, there's no passing. The car's not moving. They're just sitting there in the police garage.
Drunk or a driver. And the only reason a drunk driver could prove an indefinite stop is by an indefinite stop, which the cop pulled you over by a stop that wasn't cleared.
I was at a bar when he stopped me.
You weren't at a bar, you were drunk and you were driving.
Yeah, that bald-headed ass motherfucker right there. Yeah, I see you.
You don't know that for sure.
Loosening up your gloves.
Haley,
what are you gonna do? Choke me out, bitch.
If he's lotioning up the glove, he's not planning to choke you. Might be time for a search. Sorry, this is a late night stream. Sometimes we get a little out of sorts.
What are you gonna do?
Haley, I'm
Planning?
serious.
Are you planning for the future?
Haley, I'm serious.
Are you planning for the future?
Yeah, Haley. He is planning for the future. He's probably spraying his gloves with sanitizer is what he's doing. And she's mistaking it for lotion. But
Something I'm seriously curious.
I was 19. It was cost me 20.
Yeah, I bet you were fucking 20.
It cost me 20.
And guess what?
I was 20 when it cost me 20.
He wasn't even driving, and he pulled me over.
It cost me.
I was not
grand.
Chelsea.
So there we go. Chelsea at 20 got pulled over and still has memories of the drinking and driving. The younger sister Haley was, just the mid-teens. Probably learned a bit of a lesson and just gets drunk in bars without a license.
I was not even fucking driving with this fucking asshole prick bitch pulled me over. I was in the middle of downtown.
All right, asshole prick bitch.
Officer Asshole Prick Bitch is the one who's the arresting officer.
In the middle of the keys.
I usually refer to you by sir, but
I usually refer to you by sir, but Officer Prick Bitch, I guess, is what you're going by tonight.
Sir, I don't
would
respect
you refer to
sir.
this person like that? Was she driving and drinking?
No, I wasn't. And
He's
you know
not
that
even
wasn't.
respond-
Of course he wasn't. He's jamming to his own fucking tunes.
Because
playing...
he called you now some big drink. Big drink.
Yeah, please, sir, help us.
Talk to him with respect.
He's an asshole. He's not being fair. We
No.
haven't driven to any of those keys. I haven't driven anywhere, and he's trying to fucking arrest us.
Haley,
that's not fair.
Haley,
That's not fair.
Talk to him with the person with respect.
This is my
Talk to him with the person with respect, and he's worth respect.
No, it wasn't even respect.
It's a great message there, Chelsea. RESPECT, find out what it means to me. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me.
We didn't even get respect.
He's
at
worth
all.
respect to
He's
me.
right there. He didn't even respect us at all. All we're doing is trying to get out of jail, and there's no reason we should even be. Look at this stupid prick is laughing.
Get out of the vehicle now.
We've done nothing.
You're gonna go with the deputy.
I'm not chill, bro. Holy
What
shit.
have I done?
No, first, dumbass. Can you take me out? Holy shit.
No, it's not.
He didn't arrest you guys, all right? Let's be cool.
No, he did. He did for no reason. And he get out of the car. Tells me I'm Ola Kayla.
He's not chill. I'm chill.
Okay, good. I got you. Is that yours? That's hers. I don't know.
I'm not fucking driving home. Obviously, I'm not getting out of the fucking car either. Trust me, sir, I'm not getting out of the car. Keep fucking laughing, stupid bitch.
Phil for Dom Russo makes a good case for the Big Bay for Chelsea. Haley is going to go into a holding cell while she's kicking and screaming. You go in kicking and screaming, they'll put you in cell. Why would I do that? I don't know. Why would I do that? Oh, just be as you are now, and they'll put you in the Big Bay. So ask for the Big Bay. Just be like you are now, and you'll probably get put there. Okay, that's what I want, though. Like Sarah's trying to figure out the rules like high school. Like, oh, I want a locker on the 3rd floor. That's the cool floor. Okay, thank you. No, I just wanted to know what's what and how many. I'm going to be spending a lot of time in jail. I want to be in the cool part.
Yes, the fuck, what is that for you? Please, please keep laughing, you stupid motherfucker. I see you, you white bitch. Yeah, I see you. Please keep the fucking, shut the door. Like that's gonna stop me. Stupid prick.
Like that's gonna stop me.
Please, with your white fucking beard, please keep talking to my sister.
I call you the bald-eyed white devil.
Please. Oh, please, come talk to me, yeah.
I'm gonna tell you again, don't act like you did before. They're gonna put you in the restrainment chair. It's very.
Going to put you in the chair of shame. This is 38 minutes after the original arrest. We've skipped 2 or 3 minutes, but not much.
Uncomfortable.
I've never been in that. There's no reason.
Okay? I'm just telling you.
Why? Why? I've done nothing. You've done nothing.
Your hands in front of you, and you did it anyway.
We told you not to put your hands in front of you, and you did it anyway. You've proven to us you're an escape artist, so now we got to strap you to the chair. Bad news, Haley.
No, you've told me no reason why I've been arrested.
Did several times.
Tell me again. Okay, then I will call the police. What's up again, you stupid? And guess what? I have no problem saying that lightly.
They'll give you a phone call, so you can call whoever you want.
Thank you. I will. Gladly. Gladly, you stupid prick. Cause why? What have I done wrong? Please tell me. Please. Verbatim. Don't worry, I won't put my hands anywhere near your face. But tell me why what have I done verbatim, please?
Is she going to put her hands back behind her back?
Are you looking it up on YouTube? Please. Please find it on YouTube, you idiot. What are the rules for getting married in Vegas or the keys? I'd love to know. He's watching it right now.
What are the rules for getting married in Vegas or the keys? I'd love to know. He's watching it right now. A bizarre set of phrases and sentences to say in this situation.
Please pull up to the police department. I'd rather them than you. Please. Go ahead. I don't need to fucking hear any of that bullshit. They are. Thank you. More proud than your parents are. Please.
Hello, cat.
Oh my god. Even fucking better. Stupid fucking homeless bitch. Take me to jail right fucking now. Since that's what you want to goddamn do. Because you have done fucking nothing to help me. And all I've done is fucking cry. But I'm so glad you love this song. Please turn it up. I love it too. Thank you. Thank you. Please take me to fucking jail now, you idiot. This is not jail. This is a look around, motherfucker. You want to tell me this is jail? Look around, please. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. I see you. Look around. Is this jail to you? Have you ever been to jail? No, me either, because this is not what I do on the regular. But I'm so glad you're enjoying this song. Me too. Oh yeah, my stupid idiot, stupid driver, because not a police officer, just a driver is what you are. Yes, oh my god, wait, he's like 300 up, low key. Should I rub my tits on his face for good luck?
What?
Are you gonna be a stupid fucking asshole all night? Or do I have to buy you a shot for that? Is that what it was? It's because we didn't buy you a shot? We bought the hot guys a shot? Are you just mad? Is that what it is?
Whoa.
I understand being mad about that. We'll buy you a shot, sir.
I don't drink.
Even better, you shouldn't worry about the
I don't drink.
man, we buy shots. Take us home, please. I will go to jail. I don't give a f. Take me anywhere else but besides near you, please. Oh, you please let me out. This is my big sister. I promise.
This is 1 hour and 10 minutes.
I just don't want her to get lost. I'm really scared of her when she drinks. I don't want her to get kidnapped or anything. You know how my name is. Please, I don't want her unsafe. Please, will you find her for me, please? Please. That's my younger sister. Please, will you just find her and tell me she's okay, please? It's alright, bet. Where is she? I'm asking this stupid fat bitch to find her, and all I want to know is she's safe. You heard me. I know you did. Please, sir, please. I just want to know. That's my f***ing idiot little sister. Please, just let.
This is 1 hour and 10 minutes after they were arrested, and it's been 20 minutes since her sister's been moved from the car.
I mean, she's okay. I'm worried she's sick. I'm gonna throw up in your car if not. Like, I will. Projectile vomit, and I will make sure it's through the f***ing holes in this vent right here. I promise you, it will be, unless you let me see my sister, please. Just let me know she's okay. Fucking let us go to my parents' house, please.
There's 4 minutes left in this video before I'll do my goodbyes, and we'll see you in another week. But 4 more minutes of bargaining and denial from Haley here.
Sir, please, whatever your name is, please just unlock these so I can get outside of the car, please. I really don't want to throw up in the car because it will smell, and I promise it will smell like that all night. Please. I don't want to do that. Please. Hey, you know, you can't technically keep me locked up in a car, so take me home, okay? I know all my laws, so take me
I know
home
all my laws.
and undo these immediately before you take me home.
Take me home
right now.
tonight.
No, thank you. I'll wait by the edge of the car. I don't want to listen to 104.1. Take me home. Outside of the car. Or guess what? Are you going to be a prick? Or are you going to be a police officer? Because there's a big difference between the two. And I know you know. So please get out of the car and let me out.
If you
I
know,
don't want
you
to
know.
I don't want to tell you what you're about to handle if you don't let me out of the car. Please.
What are you going to
I'm
handle?
not threatening you. Never. You're the police officer. I just want you to let me out of the car. You're hurting my fucking wrists. That's all I want is to get out of the car.
Just wait till you feel your
And then
shoulder
you're gonna
tomorrow.
Play 88.3. Is that more fucking trauma you're trying to put on me? Please, I do not want to listen.
She doesn't mind 104.1, but 88.3 is a bridge too far. Under and below.
To Christian rock right now. I'm glad I heard this.
Okay, that is pretty solid. Go to the Christian rock station. Here, maybe you need something a little bit more mellow.
Song, please let me out right now. Just please tell me why you're arresting me.
Tell
Give
me
a
why.
reason, and I will gladly sit in your backseat, but give me a reason why. Man with the earphone, I see you. How's no reason why?
Move the chat right there. Be a little bit more.
Is there, sir, with the earphone in?
Haley, you gotta
may I
protect
ask
yourself.
why you're arresting me? And why I'm in the backseat of a car? I'm asking a reason, not a head shake. So, sir, please, will you tell me why you're arresting me?
Tell me
Do you have
why.
no reason? I'm just curious. No reason in particular. I just want to know why you're listening to 89.9 FM. While you're ignoring me is crazy. Hey, do you know why he's arresting me? Stupid idiot, why you look back? Yeah, I see you. Why is he arresting us? For what? Are you gonna let me out or no?
They're here.
Okay.
She slipped her cuffs to the front of her. So.
I did nothing. He arrested me for no reason.
This is 3:17 a.m., 1 hour 17 minutes after original arrest. 1 minute and 40 seconds left in the video. Haley will be explaining to the new officer, I did nothing. I just got arrested for nothing. Maybe you want to let me go.
You gonna listen to us?
Yes, of course.
Then you want your cuffs behind your back?
No, I'll put him right in front of me.
No. Put your hands in.
Here, I'll do it.
Stop moving for a second. Hold on. Step out. Step out.
Ultimately, both sisters were hauled off to the county detention center to be booked. The older sister, Haley, walked away with charges for interfering with a first responder along with multiple counts of resisting an officer without violence. As for the younger sister, Chelsea, she was charged with trespassing and resisting an officer without violence.
Resisting without violence. There you go. That's the way to handle yourself, Chelsea.
To court records, both cases were officially filed on May 18, 2026. The sisters have since entered written pleas of not guilty, and they've actually hired the exact same defense attorney to represent them.
They're both going with the same lawyer. Huh. No conflict or anything. Okay, well, I think that will close this evening's broadcast. I hope you had fun. I hope we didn't offend too many. I know that the hot Matrix, that wasn't, really true crime content, but it was, we just, sometimes we get a little out of sorts on the Friday night rambles, and not always going to be A-class material, but then that makes the A-class material that much better. Where am I looking? I'm trying to get to my screen so I can go full me for the goodbye. Got the disco lights. Canada jersey. Canada had a 1-1 draw with Ireland. Thank you, Kelly, for pointing out that the match was on. Had an enjoyable watch of the last World Cup tune-up for Team Canada. Phil for Dom Russo had a good time. Fuck you, Phil. Thanks for coming. Paul Klink says that was a nice diversion. Thank you, Dan. Great. Kitten Pusher found it amusing. Game was awesome. Yeah, we'll do more of the game. This is This is the prototype board. I do have a larger version that's it will fit on a checkerboard, so eventually you'll be able to make your own pieces, print it out, and make that happen. So there's that. Some of the artwork from Paint and Puzzle Day. Brother did this lovely glass of wine. I did pink shorts. Did a couple Sarah-style lettering signs. One is a mock-up of my parody ad. This is just a lovely watercolor my brother did with layers, and yeah, it's pretty cool. And this is a portrait my brother did of me while we were painting. I think it's a pretty good match. Tough to tell now, right? Both standing still. What's the photo? What's the art? All right. Yeah, we had magnums. We had a good time. Yeah, Canada dominated that first half, Kel. Yeah, it was. We had so much pressure, but you got to finish. You can't. At least it's a different Canadian team. The Canadian football squad has been largely defensive in years past, and it gets us. Hard-fought draws and sometimes unexpected victories, but you need to play with a little bit of passion and a little bit of aggression if you want to put people on their heels. So, good luck to Canada in the World Cup. Good luck to everyone's team in the World Cup. I hope that competition goes well. I wish them well. I'm sorry, and I wish them well. What else do we have to say here? Kelly is still with us. Carrie and Keening, good to see you. JSSS. Got Disney Mom stayed all night, almost all night. Kitten Pusher appreciates me showing both videos. Good. I think I might start making that a regular thing too. Oh, I can talk about something I want to do. I want to do kind of an AM radio style call-in show. And the way I would think about doing it is get a burner phone with a number that I can put up on the screen. You guys can text, and people who are like listening that maybe, are lurking or, just don't want to engage in the live chat might want to, okay, I'd like to see what you have to say to this. And, you don't have to be attached to the comment. Just be random comments coming in. I'll never answer the burner phone. Might have a message so I could take voicemails. But so anyway, there would be that for live anonymous content coming in, and that would allow me to screen it so somebody who's trying to sabotage the show doesn't call in like a radio show and say something inappropriate. So there would be that aspect of it, but then I could also use comments from my videos as discussion points. The idea would be to make it a mainly audio show where I'm, full screen on the mic, and then maybe it could be a podcast thing too afterwards, where you don't need to be watching the on-screen graphics or show in order to appreciate everything that's being spoken about. So that's an option. If you guys are interested in stuff like that, that would be okay. I see some sounds fun. Yeah. I wouldn't do it often. I'm thinking about doing it like as a once a month Friday night ramble. And we could get into, obviously anything I've brought up in the channel, but could talk about current events on a whole. I would stay away from, politics and religion, but I wouldn't mind philosophy. And yeah, as long as we're discussing things from a standpoint of, we understand most of our cakes are baked. We're not convincing anyone. We're not trying to, win hearts and minds with different opinions. We can have different opinions and discuss them like reasonable, rational people that enjoy each other's company. And yeah, at the end of the day, we're probably still all going to feel the same way we did going into most discussions, but it's healthy to discuss things with people that don't always agree 100% with what you're doing, and to be able to appreciate each other nonetheless. So that's what I want to do. That's the community I want to build. I think that's something that we could all enjoy. You guys feel good about that? Okay. Yeah. So I think that's something we could do. And yeah, exactly. It could be live from Lowell. So, maybe a prisoner gets a chance to do a tablet message. Maybe they could send in a message, via Australia to the Dandy Ramble and say, I don't like what you're doing. I think your whole board game I should get 50% of. And then I would say, well, all of that, 100% of that should go to the people you've harmed. But anyways, board game seems fun. That'll be a prototype. And eventually, if it does, I want to make it something where people can print off their own versions and have like a free home version of the game. But I also think that the prototype might be a fun thing to not raffle off. It wouldn't be something, I wouldn't want money for it. It would just be kind of a fun thing, and somebody would get it. So maybe it would just go to, I don't know, people who comment on a video. Everybody who comments on it gets entered in, and one person, and then we'll just keep going through those people until one person actually wants to give a mailing address to get a game. But yeah, maybe we'll do something like that. Or we'll give it to a pet rescue. Interesting about the pet rescue. There's a Blue Barn pet rescue that's been associated with people that also dabble in documentaries. Blue Barn is also the name of a chain of BC pet stores that have copyright that's existed since about 2016. Very similar logo and stuff. So, just interesting to know that, if you started recently a charity that's has to do with a Blue Barn and rescue, maybe should have done a copyright search to make sure that there's not an existing Blue Barn rescue in Canada. But, I'm sure people who do their due diligence looking at prisoners to feature in documentaries did their due diligence with their rescue. So that's all I have to say about that. I wonder if there's a place I can still get some pizza. I've got a couple beer in the fridge. That would be delightful. Got pizza and beer. That might be a way to finish off the evening. Is that it? There's nothing more to talk about in the chat. Got everyone hanging out just in case I say something a little out of sorts, but my ducks are in a row. I've been drinking coffee all day. I think tomorrow I might go to a Chinese food buffet that has recently opened up in town. That's my big plan. My plan, because on the weekends I have to get up in the morning. I'm not like Sarah. Sometimes I like to have a couple glasses of wine, or on the weekends when you don't have to get up. All right. I think we've gone long enough. Don't forget, everyone send Sarah a hot meal, says Phil for Dom Russo. Yes, hot meal, wings. The burger wings is terrible in prison. It was great in jail, but I don't want that here in prison. Do I have any more content? I've got one more short. Keep an eye on it. I'm going to use some of the same footage I used for the trailer of the Sarah trial footage we watched today. It is going to be the audio of James Owens asking, "Can she wear street clothes, Your Honor?" And I'm going to intercut it with Sarah in her black dress and a song from the Hollies called "Long Cool Woman in a Black Dress." And I'm going to put on overlay text that says "Short, Cruel Woman in a Black Dress." Long, cool woman in a black dress. Better had it all down. Boom, 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 boom. Deb Richardson, welcome to the end of the chat. Congratulations on your true crime membership. Care for JC had a great time. Good. I'm glad you guys had fun. We definitely got a little out of sorts, but I don't mind having a good time with you guys. I think we got the colored lights on. I've got my wine cup tokens beside me. The cat's been looking for my attention. Got a little screen time. Jealous of all the time Lola's been getting upstairs. We had fun. What else? Oh, let's just go over the notes from this morning. It's starting to settle in. If you guys are trying to plan your weeks, you got Suma Thursdays. Suma's already scheduled. She's doing another stream on Thursday coming up. I'll probably be doing my Friday stream. Then you've got Daniel Chavon doing Sunday Fun Days. That's, it's a good weekend. It's a good time. It's enough content for 4 people to have a good time. So tune into those. I think it's the Hollies A to B. Yeah, I was looking at the song. Long, cool woman in a black dress. Da 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 bum bum. It's like a 50-year-old song, and it sounds like it's no more than 35 years old. Okay. Tell me why. That'd be another good one too. Tell me, why is this happening? Tell me why. Why is this happening? Well, that could be a good one too. Thank you, Care for JC. Some of the best ideas come out of the chat. And that's, go off on a tangent here. It's time to ramble. I used to be able to do a short almost every night, and most of the time it was because I was in like Suma or Danielle's chat and chatting with all of you. There would be like tons of brilliant ideas, and I decided, okay, I'm going to execute this one tonight. And in the morning, that would be the new video I did. Now I'm, spending a lot of hours on live streams, watching a lot of hours of content so that I can find a few hours that I can use on a live stream. And I'm not in the chats as much, and I can tell that some of those great ideas, they're not all mine. Those great ideas come from chatting with you. So if I ever get to in my own head and I'm not interacting and reading what you guys are saying, call me out, because you guys have the best ideas. Together, we're fine and dandy. On my own, I'm just dandy. But together, we are fine and dandy, and I feel fine and dandy. So if you guys are fine and I'm dandy, this might be the end of the stream. I'll keep the chat open. Well, no, I'm not on. Not using my streaming. Never mind. It's too much technical stuff. I don't have any control over when this chat ends. This chat, it will end when it ends. Probably only 2 minutes. My scheduled streams, I have control over when the chat ends. The unscheduled streams are, a little bit more fly by the seat of my pants. It'll end when it ends. And good. I'm glad you had a good time. The next investments I'm looking for the show, I'm looking for a new microphone. It's not that this one is bad. This one's good. I've even found there's a microphone where I can plug this headset in, and it will just replace this microphone. So I can do that. But it'll have a boom mic that I can attach to the wall on this side. Will sit in front of my mouth. Maybe help project those low tones, but make a really nice radio evening. 2 a.m. is the Dandy Show. Give me a little bit more control over that kind of a sound. So I'll be doing that, and looking for a more comfortable gaming chair so that when I do these 6.5 hour streams, I am more comfortable. This was a comfortable 3.5 hour stream. This is the sweet spot. I'd like to stay between 2.5 and 3.5 hours. I have so much fun with you guys, and sometimes 3 hours stretches to 6 before I know it. Black Mirror. Any fans of Black Mirror here? There's an episode about the White Bear Survival Park. that I think is a fascinating episode about justice, about restorative justice, about punitive justice. I know it's not something like I don't know enough about how to use Netflix shows that, you know, I could get copyright struck for using too much or, you know, whatever. It's just easier using YouTube content, especially if I've seen other creators use it and know that, okay, those people aren't going to kill my channel for using 12 seconds. If you guys have seen the White Bear Preservation Society episode of Black Mirror, you can opine now in the chat if that would be a worthwhile, maybe, you know, the basis for the beginning of a talk show where we kind of talk about the themes in that particular episode. The idea is that it's a woman who was complicit in the murder of a young child. So, you know, it's a easy criminal to feel like, okay, she should learn what she did. Filmed it. That video was used in evidence against her. So there's a lot of parallels with Sarah, where the video evidence that she filmed was used against her in trial. And without giving away too much of the overall show, the punishment is based in making her emotionally go through the pain she may have caused to the person that she committed her crimes against. But then there's way more to that. If you've seen Black Mirror, it's, you know, a multi-layered show, and it's not as simple as, you know, does the criminal learn or not learn? It's all about the people who are inflicting this justice and watching the justice and, you know, a part of that justice. Anyway, long ramble longer. If that's something that would be a fun show to break down, bring that up in the comments of this video. If you stayed to the end of the video on the replay crew and you'd like to be part of that sort of a discussion. And if you haven't watched it, go watch it. That'll be my closing recommendation. Black Mirror, it's on Netflix. White Bear Preservation Society. It's a standalone episode. You don't have to have watched other episodes in the series. There are parts of the series where it's a connected universe, and having watched the whole series helps you understand. But that particular episode, there's no reason you can't enjoy it just for itself. There's another one with John Hamm that's good too, but I've already rambled enough about Black Mirror, so we'll talk about the John Hamm one if we need something more to talk about, because the Black Mirror stuff goes crazy. Okay, I think I've said enough. You're fine. I'm Dan D. This is really the end of the live stream. I'm going to count it down from 10, and it'll probably cut off at around 2. But 10, 9, 8, 7. Goodbye, Phil for Dom Russo. 6. Goodbye, Kitten Pusher, Carrie and Keening. 5, 4, 3. A to B says, I love you, baby heads. Deb Richardson, goodbye. Care for JC. Kitten Pusher. 3, 2, and 1.